What's up, YouTube? It's Naj and Reina back with another drink and thinks. And let me see over here. Okay. And we have a special guest for everybody. A special guest joining us all the way from Chicago. Hold on, let me put the screen on over. Let me switch up the screen. Okay, there we go. For some reason, it wasn't showing the people that was in the chat. Let me switch up the screen right quick. I got something for y'all. Hold up. Give me 1 second. Give me 1 second. Hold on. There we go. There we go. Go ahead and
You're so
unmute yourself,
funny.
babe.
Hey,
What's up,
y'all.
shorty? There we go. What's up, babe? What's going on?
Yes.
Happy
Hi. I'm
Chicago.
so happy to be alive.
hmm So, how's life up there? Get the good people some updates. What you been up to?
Yeah. So it's awesome. I'm here with my mom. So me and my mom, we went to Chicago first. I went to Chicago to go get her. And then we went away to a staycation with just her and I. There are three other children, four total, but I stole her from them for her birthday. So we have been having the best time ever, just cooking and eating a whole bunch of vegan food. She's reading my book, my manuscript I had printed out for her, and we're having a good time. So, right, Mom, you having a good time? She wanted us to be away from. She didn't want to be in our life yet, so
Yeah,
she's not feeling so well today. So, but yeah,
yeah.
we're having the best time. So I'm happy to see you guys.
Dope.
Hi, y'all. I put up my phone to the left
Uh,
so that I can see the comments because I can't
yeah,
really see the comments in this format. So
good.
I'm going to just be looking to the left to see the comments. So,
I'm
hi,
glad you did.
Kathy, Jackie, Cindy, all of you, Summer. Hi.
You see, someone got the profile up.
I
She switched it
complimented her
up.
yesterday. I was
Oh,
like, okay, pretty
okay.
lady.
Hmm.
Beautiful.
So
Oh, snap.
I know, right? We got some new info that's been going around. As usual, I didn't look too much into it because I'm always trying to see what's going on with the people. At the same time, did you check something out?
Yeah, I absolutely checked it out.
It's usually like that.
Absolutely.
I'm going to go ahead and switch up my screen or get that connected so we can take a look at some of this. Let's see what we got up in here. What's up, Jackie? What's up, everybody? Um, Morgan Myers says that's dope. Y'all have that relationship. Talking about you and Mama Chi.
They said, feel better, Mama, Raina's mama.
What's up,
Yes,
Teresa?
thank you. Yeah, me and my mom have a really tight relationship. We're like best friends, and I have to take care of her like she's my child. So it works out well. Times sure have changed.
Madison says I'm late. You actually just in time. We didn't even start yet.
We just started. We just started.
Um, was it the girl who beat her up who was
Who was
arrested?
arrested?
Yeah.
Come to find out. We're about to go over
Stay
that for
tuned. We
sure.
about to get into that. We about to hop right into that. All right. So I got a video pulled up that we're gonna check out. um, and as usual, what's up, Kathy? If y'all do find some videos that go, that you all have seen that's insightful, y'all can definitely pull those up. I got this one by what is it, Jemmy? Um, whoops. Okay, hold on. I thought that was connected. Let me share my screen so we can get to looking at this. Oh, sorry, not share my screen. Let me switch my screen.
It's so weird not being actually here with you physically.
I know, right? I'm trying to get used to it. I'm like, wait a minute, hold on. I'm not clicking on the wrong screen. All right, there we go.
Thanks, Summer. That's right. Hit the like button.
Appreciate it. Yes, hit that like button for sure. All right, let me
I
move
still
this
have
out
my
the way.
wine.
What is that?
I have my wine.
I think this is the one that we checked out last time. I'm not sure, but we'll see. So this is.
Madison's comment up in the middle of the. That's weird.
Say it again. I took it down.
Oh, it just came. My stuff's delayed. Sorry. Go ahead.
All right. So this is. I don't even know how to
Oh,
say her
babe,
name.
that's right. Now I see what the problem is. There's two Najas and only one, no Reinas.
Let me
Something's
get
off
you on the
here.
screen. Let me go ahead and get you up here, shorty. There you go.
Get me off the screen, boy.
I guess you can. I guess you can get some spotlight.
I mean, if you want to give him some double trouble,
There we go. Okay. So how do you say her name? Dejanay? I think it's
Daejhanae.
Dejanay.
Yeah.
Jackson arrested. So let's see.
Oh, what's up? What's up, Jamie? That's me here. What is up is okay. First of all, I want to say that I am just so happy. Okay, I'm just extremely happy because it appears that Dejanay Jackson, the young woman that we saw in the video attacking Miss Shanquella Robinson, is indeed arrested. Okay, now this news is coming from Metro Poly MX. All right, and they were a part of giving us
You know what? We actually do have that article, Metro Poly. I can pull that up because that's the specific article that I believe everybody was checking out. So if you want to, do you want to keep with this one, babe, or do you want to look at the actual article?
I'm cool with going to the Metro just so we can get right to the source and kind of remove all her reaction.
Yeah,
No offense to her.
concurred. Okay. Let me see if I can go ahead and.
Hey, Elcar, Corn
Share
Pop.
screen right quick.
Hey, Teresa.
Okay. One quick sec. All right, y'all gotta give me one sec. This was on the fly, cause I wanted to make sure that we can get right on as well. So just give me 1 second while I get this adjusted. All right. I'm gonna pull this down. Okay, there we go. All right, so let's take a look at this article. Let's see what we have. Can you see that okay, babe?
It's frozen on my side, but I have my phone up, so I whatever you do, I think it'll be okay.
Okay, cool. So breaking news: Dejanay arrested. So it says during the night of November 28th, Daejhanae Jackson was arrested in Interpol agents
Interpol.
huh?
Interpol.
After a control judge issued a warrant against her for the crime of femicide of Shanquella Robinson, murdered on October 29th in the Cabo Villas complex and tourist destination. Okay. Daejhanae Jackson was placed in federal custody, waiting for her to begin the extra what is that extradition process to Mexico.
Extradition. Oops, I said it wrong too. Extradition.
Uh,
Extradition. Extradite.
where she would
Mom,
be
how do you say it?
formally accused
Extradite.
of femicide of the 25-year-old businesswoman. Wow. The extradition, I'm gonna say it all type of ways. The extradition process took between 1 and 2 weeks, resulting from the procedure that the Attorney General Office of Justice carried out an Attorney General Office of what? Am I reading that right? Procedure that the Attorney General Offices of Justice carried out in an Attorney General Office of the Republic, and this in turn to the Ministry of Foreign Affairs of Mexico. Okay, so they trying to get her down to Mexico. That's what I'm getting from this. They got her in the States, the feds got a hold of her, and they trying to get her back down to Mexico. The Attorney General's Office of the States of Baja, California, sir, managed to prove that the woman who appeared in the vehicle attacking Shanquella Robinson is precisely Daejhanae Jackson, as Metropolix reported at the time. Okay.
So babe, I'm saving something to our playlist
Mm-hmm.
for Shanquella.
Mm-hmm.
There's Shanquella Robinson and Shanquella. I'm sending it to Shanquella. I think this would be good for us to get this from NBC News. And it just came a couple days ago about the arrest warrant. And then, of course, we know that this girl just got actually arrested, which is
Cool.
wild. And there's also one from CBS News, too, if you want to review those videos.
Yes, yes. Okay, let me check those out. Let's see here. All right, which one you want to check out first, babe?
Um, we can check out the one that's from NBC News first.
NBC News. Cool. Got it.
Hey, Autumn.
All right, let's pull this up.
You hot or cold?
Tonight, officials in Mexico issuing an arrest warrant related to the investigation into the mysterious death of a 25-year-old American tourist last month.
Justice
Justice will be served.
The news comes days after Shanquella Robinson's family and friends celebrated her life in North Carolina, where she's from.
She was just excited about going on her trip. And she sat in my chair, we just talked about a lot of personal stuff. Like, we just clicked like she was like my little sister.
For weeks, her family and friends demanding answers. The FBI and Attorney General's office in Mexico even opening separate investigations.
There cannot just be an unopened situation. It has to be closed with truth, and it has to be that there is accountability for those who are responsible for her death.
At first, her family was told she had died of alcohol poisoning, but days later, an autopsy report painting a very different and brutal picture. Her family says Robinson and 6 others arrived in the popular Mexican city on October 28th for a vacation. Less than 24 hours later, she was dead. A video circulating on social media appears to show her being beaten in a hotel room. NBC News is not showing it because we cannot independently confirm its authenticity.
Everybody that have children, either it's a son or a father or a daughter or anything, it make you want to just get down on your knees and pray for this family and then pray for the protection over your own children.
FBI Charlotte told NBC the video was referred to its office, but declined to answer further questions about it. And now her death certificate highlighting that discrepancy. Her cause of death listed as severe spinal cord injury and atlas luxation, which is instability in the uppermost vertebrae. The document also says Robinson was found unconscious in her living room. Her death sparking outrage on social media after the video, which we have yet to verify, and the report became public using the hashtag Justice for Shanquella.
We have got to talk about the Shanquella Robinson case.
The Shanquella Robinson story is disgusting.
Justice for Shanquella Robinson.
And Kyrie Irving even donating $65,000 to her family's GoFundMe page to help pay for her funeral costs. Now, the Baja California Sur Attorney General's office says it obtained an arrest warrant against, quote,
Let me switch it up.
I mean, it's a lot of craziness when it comes to this case. I wonder what people's thoughts are on the Mexican government finally issuing a warrant 30 days later. Do you think it's pressure from like social media, which I think is a huge deal? Do you think that they were actually in like an investigation period or what? I know some people believe that they were trying to just like sweep it under the rug and hope no one knew about it, but then they didn't expect it to pop off that hard. But I'm just wondering, like, does anyone else like think like that? I think that they were trying to sweep it under the rug and not say anything, but once the social media got to it, they had to go for it. And I also think that's why they're only going for one person, just to try to like, we're not about to make this a big old thing. We're just going to try to take one person. Okay, we locked her up. We're done. I don't know how deep this is about to go.
It's interesting. that you brought that up because, like, I feel like that might have been their approach, but at the same time, it's like I think it was I think it was like going to get too big eventually, anyways, at some point. Especially when the autopsy came, right, and then they actually found out like the real cause of death. Like, I think it was like unavoidable. It's really hard to avoid these situations going, viral over social media now, as easy as it is. Um, but I don't know. I don't know. The crazy thing, what I'm interested in addition to that is now that they have her, like, what are their rules and
Plan.
such? Yeah, well, like, what are their rules as far as like how they handle the situations? Because I think she gonna tell on everybody. I think she ain't going down by herself. They may have just got
Maurice
her.
said that. She said she gonna sing like a canary.
Oh yeah, for real. Like, I think she gonna tell on everybody. She gonna say what happened to who. Because if they get her down to Mexico and she gets in one of those jails, it's I can only imagine it's a completely different situation than being here in the states. Like, I was looking up some of the situations, like the living situations there, and I don't think she gonna be going down lightly or easily,
Well,
should
I'm
I
gonna
say?
tell you this. I do think that the prison systems in just North America, period. Well, I shouldn't say North America, not Canada, but Mexico and the U.S. is not great. But I think that regardless, being imprisoned in a country you're not from that speaks a different language, like just the language barrier alone, can cause stress. And I'm assuming she doesn't speak Spanish, so that's not fair of me to do that. But I don't think she's Afro Latina. I don't know, or she speaks Spanish. But let's say she has a language barrier. That's like on top of that, just no joke. Like, that's a horrible situation to be in. So, um,
Let's
Elkhart
see
asked,
what's going on.
"What was the confirmed COD, cause of death?" Spinal cord. What did they say, babe? It was, what was it? Spinal cord.
I don't recall the specifics.
It was just in the video you just have for us, baby. It was like fractured spinal cord and atlas asphyxiation. Or I forgot. Lord, I'm saying it all wrong.
I don't know. I mean, I can pull it back up, but
I'll pull it up. Let me
okay,
see.
yeah. Let's see what else. I, let's what's up, Nefertiti? Let me see if I can get these down a little bit so I can highlight these comments a little bit more. Hold on 1 second. Let me scoot this down.
You eating, mommy? Okay.
1 second. Okay.
Matt Green. Yeah. Oh, I'm sorry. Go ahead, guys.
Okay, there we go. Nefertiti says, I don't know honestly because we are judging based on American justice system. I don't know how it works in Mexico. I just found out some countries don't release the suspect's name until they're convicted.
Good
Oh,
point. Interesting.
very, yeah. Corn Pop says, jails, jails, there are males and females. Um, oh, jails there. It was the way it was worded. So wait, so that they're mixing them together. The inmates are going to rent in the family.
I hope not. That's horrible.
That's crazy. Um, oh, she's selling
Nike.
her soul, her mother's soul, to help herself. No way she won't throw her co-conspirators under the bus. Wait, so did something actually
Um,
happen with her mother, or is that just like,
no, they're talking about how she's gonna sing like a canary.
yeah?
So nothing happened with her mother. She's just saying she'd do anything to protect herself because she's a trifling dirty dog.
It's gonna be funny you conducting yourself throughout this conversation as we go on, considering your circumstances and parameters that you have to play within.
What's he talking about?
You can't cuss.
Huh?
You can't cuss. That's what I'm talking about.
I said to my mother that I will try very hard with all my heart not to accidentally drop a curse word or a swear. did, I did prep her. Have I done well? Have I cussed? I don't think I've cussed at all. I've been doing well. I respect my mama, but habits are hard to break too. So I'm trying
Opportunity says social media finally doing some good. Yeah. Oh wait. Oh come. Not gonna prop. Where it go? Marshmallow says, "I'm here. I'm watching on TV. Dope. Won't be posting in chat. All my love, peeps. That's dope. It's really cool how so many people watch us on TV. I find that to be really dope. Really cool. Appreciate that.
Oh, look at the love in the comments. Nefertiti and Marshmallow about to have a beautiful little love.
Kathy says, hit the like.
I'm sorry, my mom said Nefertiti and Marshmallow. I was like, Mom, just they're called YouTube names, usernames.
Yeah. Hit the like, subscribe, notifications, turn on the bell on, and comment after the live so it sticks. Consider joining Naj and Reina's Patreon. Thank you, Captain. Greatly appreciate you. We got 25 people in the live, 18 likes. Let's get those to 21, please. We appreciate you.
Cool. You want to get back to the video?
Yes.
Cool.
Family's GoFundMe page to help pay for her funeral costs. Now, the Baja California Sur Attorney General's office says it obtained an arrest warrant against, quote, the likely person responsible for the events that caused Robinson's death, citing that it was, quote, a direct attack, not an accident. But for her community, she'll be remembered beyond her tragic death.
She was a very humble spirit, very sweet girl.
Stephen Romo joins us now. Stephen, only one arrest warrant has been issued in the death of Miss Robinson. What more do we know?
Yeah, and that leaves a lot of questions in this case. Of course, Shanquella was on this vacation with 6 other people. Mexican authorities are saying that one of her friends seems to be responsible, but they're not naming that person who's listed on this warrant. We know the FBI is looking into this as well. They have not commented on that Mexican warrant, also not yet saying if there could be other charges coming in this case.
Thanks for watching our YouTube channel. Follow today.
Interesting.
Wow.
Hold on.
Yeah. Very interesting. This was before they knew that Daejhanae was the person that got arrested. And Daejhanae is the one in the video that is assaulting her. And I'm glad that the Mexican police said it was, huh?
No, I was just reacting to what you said. I didn't know that was her. But go ahead.
Yeah. I'm glad that they said that it was not an accident. It was an attack. Absolutely, it was an attack. I mean, that's it. My concern is that the arrest warrant was for the one most likely responsible, when I think that it seems like multiple people were responsible. Not just the person that attacked her, because we don't know how many people attacked her for sure. But for a fact, she was attacked by Daejhanae Johnson or whatever her name is. But then after that, when you stand by and see someone is attacked to the point of almost death and you do nothing about that, that's a crime as well. You're being complicit. And then when you all participate in the lie of alcohol poisoning, knowing you just whooped her and she can't move now, that's part of it as well. So I just feel like even if they're not being charged with murder, they have to be charged with something. And if the Mexican government's not going to do it, then our government should do it in some way. I don't know. You guys probably know more about why it's not happening. I know it happened in Mexico, but it happened with U.S. citizens who then came back. So I don't know. And they need to be charged with what's that word, Mom? Conspiracy to extort the mother.
Yeah. Well, what you said as far as like the other people, like, not doing anything, it was almost like the opposite. They were encouraging it. Whoever was behind the camera, like, dang, you ain't gonna do nothing. Like, it was basically just egging it on. What was that? The one that was the best friend? you know,
That was
like,
Khalil.
yeah. So I don't know. It's gonna be interesting to see like what actually goes on. I wonder. Did you come across any videos, babe, like of the actual girl? What's her name? Daejhanae?
No, because they're not saying anything. I didn't come across anything yet.
Okay.
That,
What
but I
is
did
that?
save another video from I think it's CBS News.
Okay, got it. I see it now. And if y'all have some videos that you think that will contribute to it, that you find interesting, definitely drop it in the chat or connect with Summer or Kathy. We appreciate it so we can check out any latest information if there has been something maybe within the last hour, 30 minutes, something like that, or earlier today. So I'm gonna go ahead and share my screen. Let's check this out.
We have a very disturbing story about the death of a young American woman in Mexico and the search for answers from the people she was traveling with, people she says or thought were her friends. Shanquella Robinson died last month at a resort near Cabo San Lucas. Now, Mexican prosecutors are trying to get an unnamed American woman extradited to Mexico to face the charges.
Wow.
They say that Robinson was killed in a, quote, direct attack, not an accident. Lilia Luciano is following this investigation. Lilia, good morning. This story is so disturbing on so many levels.
It really is. Good morning to you all. Well, Shanquella Robinson traveled with 6 friends to Mexico. Some of those friends initially told Robinson's parents that she died of alcohol poisoning, but her death certificate later listed her cause of death as a spinal cord and neck injury. Robinson's father told us if it weren't for the disturbing videos that emerged, including one where she's being brutally attacked, he fears justice would have never been served.
Wow.
She was just a very, outgoing person. I mean, she loved people, just loved the friends that she was around.
Shanquella Robinson's father says his
Hold on, let's go back over there.
Can you please pull up Jonathan V's comment real quick? I'm so sorry, but I need this to be
I
seen.
just saw that. Oh wait, hold on, wait. I'm sorry, man. I took you off the screen. I keep
You got so excited, you pushed me out.
Oh, I'll knock you out. I'm sorry, man. Hold on. There we go. Let's see. Jonathan V. Not gonna lie, y'all. I got my BBP gummies in today, and and took my 2, and I'll be damned. They're so good. Which ones did you order again, Jonathan? We appreciate it. First off, thanks for contributing, and thanks for purchasing, and thanks for not just supporting the brand, but also, but yeah, exactly, also letting us know as well. And very fast, let's go ahead and check it out. Did you get the nightcaps or did you get the multivitamins? These are nightcaps. These are the ones gonna put you to bed.
Can I just say something? My mom has some gummies here, melatonin gummies, and I've been eating our nightcaps for months now. And she's like, "Oh, these are good." Anyway, I went and bit into them, and they were so not good. I was so upset because I was like, our gummies are really good. Like the BBP gummies are really good.
Yeah.
I'm like, you need to get these BBP gummies because that is not it. But sorry, go ahead.
No, for real. Oh, he got the multivitamin.
Oh, he's multivitamin.
Yeah. Yeah, they are delicious, man. Like they literally, it's just like almost as if it's just an added benefit that they have, nutrients in it. They just taste good. But yeah, appreciate it. So for everybody that wants to know or want to check them out, all of our supplements are bbpsups.com. That's bbpsupps.com. We got everything. We got protein powder. We got pre-workouts, creatine, multivitamins, vitamin C, everything. Nightcaps. So nightcaps are our melatonin that Reina was just talking about. And the problem with the nightcaps is that.
Sorry, he said, "Bro, I thought I was eating Starburst for a second."
That's funny. Yeah, the problem with the nightcaps, they taste so good that you mess around trying to have too many, and you'll sleep a day before you know it. Teresa says, I need to get some gummies. Y'all can grab them at bbpsupps.com. Jonathan says he's going to grab the gummies next. Bro, I thought I was eating Starburst for a second. That's funny. Okay, cool. Well, Let's hop back. You had something to say, baby?
It's okay. We love to hear compliments about the BBP, the sponsor of all of our Naj and Reina videos. So we got to give it attention when we see it. So
Yeah, no,
it's
no.
like a super
Yeah,
chat.
exactly. No worries at all, Jonathan. We appreciate it. Thanks for mentioning it because I did see one came in from Naj and Reina that day, but I just didn't know who it was specifically. So appreciate you bringing it up. Let's hop back into it.
Daughter's friends are to blame for the 25-year-old's death at a resort in Mexico in late October. Days after her death, a video too disturbing to show went viral, showing a woman beating Robinson, who was naked and not fighting back, while other friends watched and filmed nearby.
My daughter, she suffered, man. The last breath she took, she suffered. And they sit there and watch.
A local police report shows friends called for medical help just after 2 p.m., saying Robinson had, quote, drunk a lot of alcohol. When the doctor arrived and suggested she be taken to a hospital, she told police Robinson's friends refused and insisted on keeping her at the resort. Mr. Robinson says her friends called Shanquella's mother that night to say she was being treated for alcohol poisoning. An autopsy report released days later states Robinson died of a severe spinal cord injury and neck trauma at around 3 p.m. After her death, all 6 friends returned to the United States.
Wow.
Mexican authorities are now seeking the extradition of a single female suspect. John Jay College law professor Dmitry Shaknovich says the process now lies in the hands of the U.S. justice system.
They will engage in their own due process to see if this person that is alleged to have committed a crime should be extradited.
What do you want to see happen?
I want the truth, man. I just want them to get back over there and tell the Mexican authorities why they did what they did. I can't even be a grandfather. I can't even walk down the aisle, man. The only thing I can do is cherish the moment that we had, the 25 years while she was here on this earth.
His only child. Robinson's death is being investigated by Mexican authorities as a femicide, or the killing of a woman because of her gender. The FBI has said that they have opened an investigation into the death as well. And at this hour, it remains unclear whether those who witnessed the fight may also be in legal jeopardy.
I hope they are. I saw the video for the first time. My niece showed it
Disturbing.
over vacation. It is so upsetting. And you can hear them yelling at her, saying, fight back, fight back. If the arrest warrant is for the woman who we see in the video, she needs to be sent over to Mexico sooner rather than later. It's so outrageous.
That is crazy. The interesting thing that she brought up was like, because of her gender, though. I don't know if that's necessarily has anything to do with it's jealousy for sure, like probably just like hating on her and a bunch of other things, but like I don't think it's because of gender. I don't think that really played a.
I am concerned about what the charge is, but I don't know enough about the Mexican government to decide like was that going to stick? Because if she was getting charged with femicide here in the U.S., she would get off scot-free. Because it's like you can't prove that this happened because she's a woman, like unless you're proving that she wouldn't have fought a man. Like I don't know, like what are we proving here? So I don't, but I also don't know. Like maybe like anything that involves a woman is called femicide. Maybe that's just what it is.
I'm thinking that's more what it has to be. I'm really interested in seeing like what's going on with the actual takedown of the girl Daejhanae. And like
wait a minute, hold on. I'm so sorry, Teresa. The woman in the video is not Winter. That's Daejhanae. Are you saying there's another video with Winter Donovan fighting her? Because Winter is the really light-skinned one that almost looks like she could be like biracial. So she's not the one that was fighting her in the video, but she did come out and do a live. Winter came out and did a live where she was basically saying she never fought her, she didn't touch her in that video, and so on and so forth. So is there another video with Teresa? Not with Teresa, with Winter doing something? Because the actions in that video with Daejhanae was enough to do the damage too. I don't know. I don't know.
Mm. She said femicide carries a long sentence in Mexico.
Yeah.
Says,
Meg Green said, I'm a little grossed out by these vile people being called her friends. They're not. They're her attackers or fake friends is more fitting. Agreed, Meg.
agreed.
I'm sorry. I know you're bringing up the comments, babe.
Whatever the penalty is there, is there will be a prison justice regardless of what jail she's in. Yeah, I don't know. I'm just really interested in seeing what's going on. Do y'all have any videos or know any videos referencing to the actual
Daejhanae.
arrest of Daejhanae or bringing her down? And
I'll look for it while you go through the comments, babe.
thanks. Excuse me. Elcar says, and another thing, why her gender keep being brought up. Was there a room full of men? Was she fighting a transgender? Just asking. I mean, it was.
There actually a rumor about her being that, but I don't know if there's any validity to it.
There was a rumor about who?
Daejhanae being trans, but I don't know if there's any validity to that. So I would hate to like give that a lot of attention. But there is actually, I've seen some comments. I don't know if it's from valid sources or not, but there have been some comments about that. But I don't know if that's actually true. I don't even know if it's fair for me to even say more about that because there's just been nothing that's like validating it.
I heard there was another video where Winter body slammed her. Wow, I didn't hear about that. I don't know nothing about that. Damn. I mean, I guess that would make sense as far as like the spinal cord damage and the neck damage, if that actually did happen. But why are they recording her getting abused like this? That's the real question. Like that sounds, I don't want to say like planned necessarily, but like every time they're in a fight, like she's just being recorded.
It's just so stupid. Like, why do y'all record everything negative? Like, I record everything that's like great going on, but like something bad, my first thought is not to record something bad happening. Like when I see something bad happening, I usually jump up to try to stop it or help or something. I don't think to record.
Especially for your friends, if that's what they are.
Right.
If that's somebody that you call your friends, your first response you would think would be to try to break it up or, to mediate or something. Not to grab the phone and then just watch them go at it and tear each other apart. Or one tear the other one apart while the other one is just, being like a doll and not moving. Let me see.
People record everything nowadays. Yep. Oh, I found one here. Hold on one second. Let me save this for us. All right, from the lead attorney, I found one about Daejhanae Jackson being arrested. And it says,
well, he do long lives. Is it like a shorter video? Because he do a lot of long lives.
Oh, yeah, you're right. It's 2 hours.
I'll watch his content.
Where's the short version?
Like his lives are longer than ours. Let's see.
Right.
Yes, that is true. People definitely record.
I have a couple of small ones that we can add in here, though. So let me say those to our.
Crystal Woods, what's going on?
Hello.
Jonathan V says, I mean, honestly, here in
Texas.
Texas.
For blackmail. Oh, sorry. Go ahead.
Honestly, here in Texas, I see a lot of trans Mexicans, so she looks similar to one of the knights.
All right, babe. I saved a lot of different videos to Shanquella in our playlist. If you want to go check it out.
Yes. Let me look at that. See that now.
Guys, thank you for coming into the chat and to the live. Make sure you comment, let us know that you're here, and then also like and subscribe. Teresa has a comment. Bothers me that 3 men were watching and did nothing. What kind of man would watch a woman being beat like that? Ignorant,
Seriously.
trifling, people that watch too much Love and Hip Hop and reality TV show, people that think it's funny to see people be harmed. Jackie Chambers says there's a channel that did an interview with a journalist from Mexico about the arrest. I saw that too. I'll find that before we get off. So, babe, if you can pick whatever video you want outside of the 2 hour one,
Right.
we take it from there.
Okay. We're gonna check out some videos from the lead attorney. Let's see. We're gonna go here with it first. So the lead attorney, I know he was doing some interviews with one of the guys there in Mexico, and he was talking to him in Spanish, and then he was translating their conversation. So when I pull it up, y'all just know that he will translate the conversation. Let's see here.
Wow. So I say now, okay. Now you guys thought that the Mexicans thought that Daejhanae was okay. Let me stop it. This is another part that's a little fucked up. All right, I was like, now listen, guys, listen. You know, we already talked about the bonnets. You know, y'all didn't understand. I said, now you guys thought that Daejhanae was a man. 5,500 people in the chat. Daejhanae, if you're watching, hello. You going to jail now? They thought, Daejhanae, they thought you were a man. So I asked her, I said, well, why did you think Daejhanae was a man? He said, well, that's what the reports were. Why do y'all think they thought Daejhanae was a man?
Why is he smiling so hard?
Again, this is a little bit cultural. They thought that Daejhanae was a man.
Was it, babe?
Press pause. I just got it. Because she wears a wig, right?
I don't know.
No, when they were fighting, she took her wig off and threw it. And she had a cap on. It was like bald. That's when he said cultural. You know, a lot of Black women wear wigs. Not just Black women, all women, but, you know, a lot of Black women wear wigs. And she took her own wig off and started, you know, and was continuing to fight.
Because
But maybe that's why he's laughing so hard. But go ahead.
Well, he just laughs and smiles. Nothing won't even be funny, and that's just what he does.
Wait a minute, was it a wig or was it a bonnet? I can't remember what was in the. But it was something. But go ahead.
Of the maid, that Daejhanae was a man because of the maid. The maid went in there. Shout out to Luke Hazley. The maid found a wig. And when the maid found the wig, the maid was like, what the fuck is this? And the people at the villa noticed that Daejhanae would take on and off the wig. Now, I lived in Mexico 5-6 years. I never saw one Mexican wearing a goddamn wig, not one. The only time they would see Americans wearing wigs really would be at like Halloween. And they were like, it's not Halloween. Like,
I think you're right, babe. Now, that makes more sense. Like, I guess if you're just not used to seeing that consistently and it's not a part of, like, you know, your normal day to day, and then people come in and they're visiting and they see her take on and put it off and take it on and put it off, and, you know, it's not what they used to. They probably thinking like, okay, something ain't right about this individual, you know. So they probably think that they probably think that was a man. It's possible.
Here's the thing. Real quick,
Mm-hmm.
I do want to point out something that it is a very right now. Now, first of all, I've never worn a wig in my life. I think I wore one when I was trying to be Storm for Halloween one year. So I'm not familiar with wigs, but I am familiar with TikTok and Instagram and YouTube Shorts, and it looked like everybody is wearing wigs right now. Like they're all putting the glue thing on and doing the thing. You know, I don't know what they're doing, but they're doing it. So, but if you're like the average person that lives in like random little areas, you know, in Mexico, I don't know, and you're not as involved with certain cultural trends, I think it makes sense that you'd be a little shocked that somebody is wearing a wig and it randomly comes on and off. I get it. Like I get it. But I will say that a lot of people I've been seeing are doing this. You know, they're wearing these wigs a lot now.
For
So
sure.
it's I
For
guess
sure.
common.
Yeah. No,
It's
I
becoming
agree.
common.
Hmm. Yeah. See what effort he put up? I'm sitting
What she
here
say?
thinking. He said, "I'm sitting here thinking. Are they saying? Are they saying she's a man because she hits like a man? I don't know. I don't know. Um,
This wasn't giving no pillow punches, okay?
and then
She wasn't
she
fighting
followed
like she
up.
was in a dream. She was really connecting. It was horrible.
She followed up saying no one wears a wig in Mexico. Everyone's wearing a wig now. Yeah, she's right in line with you. That's for sure. Yeah, like if you're not that involved with social media, if you're not like into the world, and then like everybody around you and your like your small like circle, everybody within close proximity don't wear a certain thing, or whatever, then I guess that makes sense. But yeah, all it takes is one look on social media, Instagram, and it's like you got the whole
You see
world.
everybody of
You
all
see
walks of
everything.
life and cultures doing it
Yeah.
now.
Hmm. True.
No, it's not Halloween. It's not Halloween. Like, what woman just wears?
I also want to point out that if y'all don't follow or know the lead attorney, he is really extra with certain things. He can be really extra. So, but he
I've
doesn't
never
go to
seen
the
him
point.
before.
Yeah, he's a divorce attorney. He's been a divorce attorney for like 20 years or something like that. But
Junebug.
hmm.
Junebug came in.
What's up, Junebug? Oh yeah, y'all had a whole
That's our cousin.
had a whole breakdown of how he got his name
Our
last
cousin from
time.
the South.
That's funny. All right, how we get back on here?
Wigs. What woman just goes around taking on and off a fucking wig? Well, who does that? No woman does that. The Latinas, they don't know. Now, some of these Latinas, they'll get you with the damn hair extensions. They act like they don't know what a fucking wig is. Ask them about these damn hair extensions. All right? So don't trip. But the whole full-blown weave with the cap underneath, they don't know nothing about that. They don't know nothing about that. So this is kind of what we get into, because there are some cultural things that, and again, this is a whole different country. Mexico, you can't get closer to the United States in terms of location than Mexico, but it's still a different culture. So their women don't walk around every day wearing, Brazil number 19. They don't know nothing about it. All right. So this is what we're kind of getting into. Listen, I say, well, okay, so now the FBI is involved. Your government is involved. How long do you think this is going to take to get the aggressor, the murderer, to Mexico? He says, well, based on our experience, all that's needed is for the completion of the necessary paperwork, right? So we're doing the documents for Interpol, and we have to get our own documents together. So we have some internal documents, some state documents, And then there's some legal documents that we need to send out through Foreign Affairs. And once those documents are all in order and the Interpol process is started, Interpol is going to locate her and they are going to bring her to us and we're going to pick her up at the border, right? We're going to get her at the border. Once we get her at the border, she is going to be taken to prison. When she's taken to prison, she's going to be read the accusations. It's kind of like a first appearance. Between a first and appearance, really, it's a little different. It's not even like a first appearance or an arraignment. It's like a first appearance, an arraignment, and a preliminary hearing all in one, apparently. Because she's going to be read the accusations, but she's also going to be told the evidence that's against her. Then she's going to make a declaration. Now, the declaration is weird. I don't know if y'all ever lived in Mexico, but if you lived in Mexico, you will see 3 men and 2 women lined up against a wall. And they will be in handcuffs. And then there will be police officers on this side and police officers on this side. And
have y'all heard about this whole situation? I know you're about to go into it, but I heard that this is how they operate in Mexico when it comes to how they take care of like their court cases and these things. I don't know. I was watching something earlier today actually, and basically like I guess the way they handle their court situations, I don't know if it's for every situation, but how they handle it is like you said, they line them up. You know, you have the police officer, the judge, all these things, and they ask the direct question: did you commit this murder? And you gotta basically tell them yes or no. There's no long drawn out court situation. There's no like lawyers of defense. They ask the person directly, did you do this? And you gotta say yes or no. I don't know if this is how all of them works, but for certain situations, they say like this is how they operate and this is how they handle those situations. And I'm guessing like this is gonna be the same thing that's gonna happen. I'm guessing that's what you're gonna say, like the same thing that's gonna happen with what's her name, Daejhanae, and it's gonna bring up like, did you kill her? And she gonna have to say, I did this or I did not do this. And gonna be no, defense. And that's if it is taken care of. I'm guessing that the whole case is gonna be handled in Mexico versus here in the States. But what you about to say, Beth?
I'm just confused. So what if she says, no, I didn't do this? What happens?
I mean, I don't know. I didn't get that far as like learning
Oh.
about the case. I'm just saying. I just heard that this is how they be handling. They like in Mexico. This is how they handle their cases. Like for some of them, I don't know if it's for all of them, but I heard that they get direct. They like right to the point with it. They're not going in like this back and forth. But I don't know. I gotta learn more about it. But
Okay, well, I think he's about to tell us, so
yeah.
at least I'll know.
Yeah.
then they'll take all the photos and they'll have it, and they will be in handcuffs. And then there will be police officers on this side and police officers on this side. And then they'll take all the photos and they'll have a table with all the drugs and the guns. And they'll be taking pictures and video. Then one of the officers will go up to each one and be like, okay, what's your name? Mi nombre es Jorge Martinez. How old are you? I'm 32. What did you do? Oh, I traffic drugs. I mean, in front of everybody. This is so common. Like they all just admit everything. That would never happen in the States. I mean, of course, in Americans, we admit stuff, but it wouldn't be like on camera and stuff. But this is super common for them. Now, what is the incentive for them just to admit everything? At any rate, guess who's going to be standing in front of that wall? What is your name? Daejhanae. How old are you? 25. Is that a wig? What? I bought this. Did you kill? Did you murder? She's gonna be like, are y'all asking me this? Like I'm just supposed to admit it with all these cameras? All these cameras are recording. You just want me to say off the strength that I killed her? Right? So that's what Jorge is saying. Jorge is like, she's going to be taken in to give her declaration. Now, so I was like, well, Gerardo, what? I said Jorge, sorry. Gerardo, I said, Gerardo, what happens if she doesn't want to give her declaration? He said, oh, well, that's no problem. Because they got all the evidence, man. You know, they got the video, they got audio, they got fingerprints, they got traces of blood, they got photos, they got the body.
Damn.
They got everything. They don't need her to say nothing. She's done. He said she's sunk. She's sunk. So I said, well, okay. Let's assume that she's sunk. Can she cooperate? There were, what, 5 other people in that room besides Shanquella? Can she cooperate? Can she turn state's evidence? Is that a thing? You know, in Mexico, I mean, in the United States, watch what happens in January when those 30 young brothers in Atlanta go to trial. 30 brothers. Shout out to YSL. Shout out to Young Thug and Ghana. They're going to trial down the street. I'm gonna be in the courtroom. I'm gonna be like our man Gerardo. I will absolutely be in the courtroom. Shout out to me. I'm gonna bring you there the information live. 30 brothers, you know some of them are gonna start snitching. So I asked.
Boosie had the famous line. It's kind of opposed to being vegan, but he's like, you can't shake 28 eggs in a carton and expect none on to break. Talking about that case with, you know, Young Thug and all that, because it's 30 people up in there. And he said, is anybody going to tell? And that makes sense.
I'll be honest with you. I have no idea what we're talking about. I have no idea what's going on with 30 people. I don't know what he's talking about.
Quick side note. So basically that's about, you know, Young Thug, the rapper.
Is that the one that wears like the colored nails?
I'm guessing. He's the one that, like, when he first started, he wore like a wedding dress.
Yes, I do know who that is.
Yeah, I mean, he's a popular rapper. Him and Gunna, they had this whole case. You know, they got a record label called YSL, but also.
Are you saying Ghana, like the country?
Gunna, no, Gunna, like gun, nah, the rapper.
Like he's gonna do something.
Yeah, but instead of the O, put a U, and basically, so Gunna was just literally just a rapper under Young Thug, but Young Thug has this rap record label called YSL, and then they also have the YSL Street Gang, and basically they were saying that both of them are together. So basically Atlanta went and did a whole RICO on all of them, gathered up everybody in the YSL Street Gang, including Gunna, even though he's just the rapper under the label. And now they've been in court since like, not in court. I'm sorry. They've been in what was it? They've been arrested since like May, and they've been like putting together all the evidence and such. And they're trying to give them some years. They're trying to give them some football numbers. So that's what he's referring to. I guess he said it starting. I forgot when he said it started, but that's that situation. That's what that's about.
Gotcha.
Gerardo, I was like, Gerardo, can Daejhanae?
Why does he keep doing that to her name?
This is one time where I don't even mind or care what people talk about. The way that people names are pronounced and said, it's like, she just did all this crazy shit, call her whatever. I don't give a damn.
Right, we ain't gotta respect her name.
She can start explaining the roles, what everybody in the room, everybody in that villa, she can start telling prosecutors what all of them did. Right? So now it's getting deep. Because Gerardo just told us that the maximum for this, for the aggravated femicide anywhere from 25 to 50 years. Who thinks Daejhanae can spend 50 years in a Mexican prison? I don't think she can spend 5.
Pause. Can we pause? First of all, I find him hilarious with the name things because I'm so like that. In fact, Najee has an ex where I actually say her name wrong every time. Anyway, he's bringing up a point that's actually pretty interesting to me.
What's that?
He's saying, can she basically finagle her way into snitching? But how can you finagle your way into snitching when you're the main person that did the ultimate assault, and you have the video of you doing the assault that all of us know of?
Well, I don't know. I think
so. If Don John is gonna get in trouble, like I would think that's it for her. Like she can give some information to get other people in trouble with her, but I don't know if they'll take a plea deal.
So what I'm thinking is, I don't know if they have any concrete evidence that she actually killed her, like that she did the killing, but they do know that they have the most evidence against her because she was actually beating her the most in this situation. So, you all right? Okay.
First of all, Jonathan, don't ever come for the snoring person in my background.
I think the night got me kicked in.
He said, I'm about to go get these nights right now. Good night, Corn Pop.
That's funny. He said good snores. Good gummies. That's funny. I don't even know what I was just saying. Okay, so here's the thing. I think that they know that they have the most evidence against her because she was the one that was doing the most harm on camera. She the one that did the most damage. Then after that, I'm getting thrown off by you moving. After that, after her doing the most damage, but that's all they have, I think. I don't know if they actually have anything furthermore than her just doing what she did on camera, right? So they're probably taking her down with that. Now the other thing is, I think she can definitely get away with talking about everything that happened. She could talk about who did the most, like who actually killed. She could make up stuff because they don't really know. She could say whatever. She could say this person was responsible. She could say the best friend, the one that was recording. She could say he recorded it because he planned this whole thing out. He planned this trip for us to go out here to Mexico and to hurt her or harm her. He's the reason why this happened. I was influenced by him and he caused me to do this to her because he paid me. And you know that he paid me because he tried to get money from her mom as well. And he made me be a part of his plan. She could say all type of stuff. She could make up anything. She could say that he influenced her, like he forced her to do this. He made me beat her, or he was going to beat me. Like, she could make up all type of things. You know what I mean? So, if she really wanted to be petty, she could say a lot of crazy things, I think. Because they don't have her specific evidence, you know? You there?
Yes, I was doing a swap. You guys, I'm in a hotel, a little staycation hotel thing. I told you me and my mom ran out away from our family. So, yeah, sorry, I had to do a little change to try to get away from the bed area. So I missed some stuff.
So I take it you didn't hear anything I just said.
No.
Great. So let's just.
Actually, I'm lying. I did hear what you said. You said that you don't think it's so outlandish that Daejhanae could possibly get away because she could even say that someone influenced her or forced her or coerced her, or they participated in a way, so on and so forth, right?
So I was saying that, yeah, but I was saying that she can say that the guy, the best friend, the one that was recording it, was the one that planned all this and put it together. He was the one that had all the influence. He made me do
Khalil?
this. Yeah, you can see, you
Yeah.
know that he made me do this because he recorded it and was going to use it against me. And then also after the situation, he tried to get money from the mom. So
Right?
all this together was part of his plan. And he said if I wasn't a part of it, he was like, what did what did Debo say? He was like, oh, you gonna be down. Oh, I'm gonna knock your bitch ass out too. You don't remember that? Well, you was talking to
Maybe I
Smokey?
didn't tell him for like the first time a couple weeks ago. I don't know.
Yeah. But anyways. That's funny. Kathy about to grab her some water so she can pretend it's alcohol.
Kathy knows she loves some water.
Good water. I got a whole case over here.
Right. You want to get back to it, babe?
Yeah. Let's check it out.
She's gonna snitch on everybody. Put a yes in the chat if you think Dijon is gonna snitch. Put a no in the chat if you think she's a baller. Oh, she was so hardcore beating up Shanquella, right? Dijon was so hardcore beating up Shanquella. Who thinks she's gonna remain hardcore? Put a yes if you think she's gonna snitch. Put a no if you think, no, my girl's hardcore.
She telling.
Dijon gonna spread like mustard. You see what I did there? All right, so let's get back to it. Let's get back to it. Here we go. All right. So, can she cooperate? Can she cooperate to get a lighter sentence?
Ese procedimiento es para que ella pueda tener una pena menos severa.
Yes, she can do that. She can cooperate to get a lesser sentence.
A los demás que participen.
Nefertiti said, I hope Daejhanae is watching. We here with her defense. Literally, like, that's her defense. She can get away. Now, I don't want to give out too much because I don't want her to be actually looking and be trying to get away from what she don't did, right? She don't did some heinous activities. But she can definitely get away from this. I think she can.
I don't know. Claro que sí lo puede hacer.
Yeah, she can do it.
Y'all think she can get away?
No.
I think she can.
I'm going to tell you the reason why I don't think she can get away. Because there's been too much attention around her fighting a naked girl who's not fighting back. I don't care. I mean, the only thing she could say is that they put a gun to her head and told her if you don't fight to the death, then
Mexico,
that's it.
So they can't put no. But she can. I think she could literally say, in this situation, she can say that boy said, if I don't whoop her ass, he gonna whoop my ass, and he made me do what I did.
I think she's still responsible.
For sure, I agree. But I'm saying, like, to get the best situation possible, she can literally put the blame on everybody else. Although she did the most and was the one that got caught, she could put on everybody else and get the lightest sentence out of everybody. Everybody. It's crazy enough. Sounds crazy, but I think she can. Unfortunately, actually.
She has the right, if she wants to cooperate with the authorities, she can receive a benefit. The law that's applied against her, her sentence will be a little less severe. Because if she can say that this was all planned by everybody or one or two people, then if it's like that and she cooperates, she's going to have a sentence, a lighter sentence. No se decía que igual y la Daejhanae o como lo que se llama, ella puede hacer un arreglo. Now, you said that the attacker could cooperate with the prosecutors. If she cooperates, can she get less than the 20 years, or will it be more than 20 years?
Ministerio Público,
if she makes an agreement with the
la pena
prosecutors,
es la mínima.
the sentence will be the minimum.
No puede ser menor.
20 years. It can't be less. 20 years.
Es el rango menor, por eso las penas son
That's the lowest that can apply.
a 50 años.
So it's 20, 25 years to 50. That's the range.
Y ya sobre eso va la penalidad.
Let me just stop it right here. So my man said, listen, man, the minimum is 20 to 25 years, goes all the way up to 50. So I said, okay, if she cooperates, can she get less? And he's like, oh, yeah. If she cooperates, if she says that there was a plot, there was a plan, or she exposes maybe who really dealt the final blow or this or that, she can get less of a sentence. I was like, oh, okay.
That's exactly what I was just saying.
Yep, that is what you said, babe.
She could blame it on everybody.
I don't think she's gonna get away with it, but she'll get less time. That's what I think he's saying.
For sure. Like, it was too much evidence against her, like, being on the camera and doing that. Like, now, if that video wasn't there, that video didn't get out, she'd probably get maybe 2 years, something like that. But, like, that video got her, which was good. But, yeah, she can definitely get off, you know. How old is she?
25.
Oh, I thought that was Shanquella age. So she's
they're all friends. They're all the same age.
Yeah.
They're all in the same age brackets.
It's crazy. Unfortunately, now again, I'm not I'm not rooting for her to get no 20 years. I want her to get if she actually did it and, you know, she's fully responsible and obviously like for no reason beat her like she did. Like I want her to get the most possible. But, you know.
Yep.
Everybody else hiding. So they're giving her the opportunity to, you know, be in position to say what she wants. They ain't coming forth and, you know, putting themselves in a situation where, you know, they can be a help.
Teresa said she took a life. She needs to give a life, hers. And I completely agree that 50 years is giving your life. I mean, I think she needs life. The 50 years is
50 years is life.
50 years is life at 25. Like,
Mexico,
that's it. You get out at 75 if you survive.
Yeah, in Mexico, if you're gonna do the time there, that's probably basically life.
Like, you're not gonna see your family ever. I mean, rarely. I mean, that's it. Like, it's not like you're doing 50. Like, that's the worst version. That's why I feel so bad about Brittany Garner being all the way in Russia. Like, you know, like being in a foreign country and being in prison. Like, dang. There's only one person that I've seen go to prison where it was like, damn, this is good.
Wait, what?
The girl that killed her mom with her boyfriend in Bali. I can't remember her name, but she was half black, half white. But she killed her mom while on vacation in Bali. They put her in jail. She was pregnant, had the baby, was able to take care of the baby for like the first year or something. Then they gave the baby away. And she was in Bali, like doing yoga and dance classes and making like flower necklaces and shit. I was like, well, is this jail or not? But anyway, go on.
Autumn says they all need 50, and they should appreciate that. That poor girl has no years left.
Yep.
Mikey says she is already on the video, so all she got to do is sing like Mike Jack. What's up, Susan? Always
Susan and Chuckles.
Yeah. Let's see. What's up, Meg? Do you think we'll ever get a clear motive? Does one even exist? That's a great question. Like, the specific reasoning for any of this partaking.
There's so much information out there right now about the whys behind this. Like that they were jealous of her because of her money, that she had so much financially that she could give, and or that she was really full of herself, supposedly, even that only came from the negative people, but most people say she was a humble, beautiful, sweet soul. But it kind of feels like a story of like jealousy and just unneeded rage. But also, there's like a cultural side to it, and I don't mean racially cultural. I just mean like 2022 generation, whatever 25-year-olds are. Is that Gen Zs? But like, is that Gen Zs or Gen X? Gen Z, right?
25 right now. That's 7 years younger than us. That might be
That's Gen Z.
Gen Z.
Yeah. But the point is like there's like this weird culture where people are so into recording the drama and having something to go viral with and trying to like show off things that are in my opinion considered negative. Are you putting it up?
Mm-hmm.
Um
Nah, she's Gen X. Oh wait, that's the cuff. She literally about 1 year is a Gen Z. She's born 97 and she's 25. So yeah, she's Gen Z.
She's Gen Z.
Mm.
But yeah, so my point is like this generation that it just there's something like that's a little bit different to me, where it's like everything can be recorded. There is no boundaries. There is nothing that should stop you from doing something. Show everything that you have body wise, do everything, and whatever. It's just crazy to me. Um, so I don't know. I just think that this culture that we're in right now really just is allowing for a lot of craziness. Thanks, Kathy. You were on it, girl.
Jonathan V says, y'all, I literally just ordered my BBP vanilla protein powder. Vanilla ice cream. I need that ASAP. Appreciate you, Johnny. I don't know if you like being called Johnny. I'm gonna call you Jonathan V. What you prefer? What's the nickname? Johnny V? Jonathan? John V? Appreciate it though. We're gonna get that sent out to you. That will be on the way ASAP. Thanks so much for supporting the brand. The vanilla protein powder will be this one right here. Right there. And we'll get that out to you ASAP. Appreciate you. What you got? A catty in there? What's that? A Cadillac? I don't know. Appreciate you though. Greatly. Oh wait, we got some bots up in here. Y'all gotta go.
They already took care of them.
Oh, okay. Kathy be so fast with it.
I know. I thought I did it, and then it said Kathy did it. I was like, oh.
That's funny. My brother, all the above. Okay. All right. Well, appreciate it. Appreciate you greatly. I'm gonna give you some recipes to add with the vanilla protein powder, shakes, all different type of things. We're gonna.
Oh, that's cute. He wants to buy the BBP sign that's hanging behind you.
Oh, the sign. You need a sign. All right, we'll get that figured out for you.
Real quick, Nefertiti said, I don't understand these kids recording everything. I have background in cybersecurity. I don't put anything online. I couldn't show my dad and have encrypted everything. It's so true. So true.
Okay, that makes sense. Go ahead, babe. Go ahead.
What?
No, I was like, because she said I don't put anything online, but then I realized it was the last part. Anything online that I can't show my dad. I got you.
Yeah, like there's certain things like you really need to like think
Keep
about
yourself.
before doing it.
Everything ain't for the world.
Everything's not for the world.
Put that on a shirt.
Oh, I just saw Mikey's comment. Babe, can you find Mikey's comment about the Spanish dictionary and pull it up?
Mikey says, get yourself a Spanish dictionary, woman. You're going to need it because after 50 years, you're a full-blown Mexican. I guess so. Being there for 50 years in the jail, she going to learn real quick. She going to learn today, 150. We'll see. Elcar says, I'm a baby boomer and a Capricorn. I don't know, Elcar.
Younger. I didn't know you were a baby boomer.
Elcar, you yesterday you said you was 43, so I actually think
that's not a baby boomer.
No, Elcar, you got it all mixed up. You a Gen X. You're barely a
If you
Gen
want
X.
to be a baby boomer.
If you're 43, you were born in 79. Because my favorite basketball player of all time, T-Mac, Tracy McGrady, is 43. And he's born in 79. Don't ask me why I remember that. I learned that as a kid. And you are a Gen X. You know, baby boomer. Hold on, let me see. Baby boomers were born from 1995. I'm sorry, what? Scratch that. You didn't hear that. I didn't say that. Baby boomers were born in 1955 to 1964. And they are between the ages of 58 and 67. And then Gen X, they were born from 1965 to 1980, and they are between the ages of 42 and 57. And then millennials are born from 1981 to 1996, and they are between the ages of 26 and 41. You was almost a millennial. Elcar, you are almost one of us. I'm a millennial. So that's that. Figure out your ages between that. There are people that are post-war. I didn't know that was an actual generation. I didn't know that's what they would call before the baby boomers. There's boomer ones, and then there's boomer twos, and then there's World War twos. That's interesting. That's very interesting. Let me see what y'all saying. Chrysler 300, but I trade that in.
Sorry, guys. I had to move around and take care of my mama. Got her some water and turn off some lights. She's going to sleep.
Oh, okay. Cindy says, hey, everyone. It's raining here in Atlanta. We got our first super chat. Thank you so much, Teresa. Oh, you got to get the horn. Appreciate you so much for the $10 super chats.
Thanks, Teresa.
I'm sorry, super sticker. And it's a pair character bowing.
Oh, I can finally
down,
see it.
saying thank you. Oh, you can actually see it. Yeah, I can't see it. It only gives
Oh,
me
it
the
looks
definition.
like it was running. Looks like it's running, and it's like kind of like giving a prayerful bow. It's so cute. Thank you so much, Teresa.
We greatly appreciate you. Oh, okay, I see it. That's funny. Appreciate it. Thank you for the super chat, super sticker, Teresa.
Thank you, Teresa. You're always showing love. Thank you.
Rooster's Lounge just dropped by to say hi from Montana. What's up, Rooster's Lounge?
Rooster.
Okay, from Montana. I was just about to ask, is he from Texas? Because he got the Texas vibe going on in the profile pic. At least it looked like it. But Montana, where is Montana? You know, babe? I don't know.
What?
Where's Montana?
Yeah, it's like west-ish, northwest-ish.
I'm guessing it's like, yeah, it sounds like it's up there by like Colorado. It's probably like by Colorado. It's like, yeah, it's like on the west coast, but north.
I'm pulling it up on the map. Now I feel like a fool. No, it's super northwest, like I said. So it's northwest.
Yeah, west coast, but north.
It's lining Canada.
Okay. Oh, bordering Canada?
Yeah.
Oh, wow.
So I used to live in Colorado. So I know the states that surround Colorado, but it's above Wyoming.
Ah.
Yeah.
Interesting.
Montana is far. I have a sister named Montana.
Elker, I'm the same age. Feels like a boomer sometimes. Kathy says I'm a boomer. Okay, everything's coming in now with the whole.
Hey, Jonathan.
As a member, recording generation, it's an obsession for attention, influencing. Interesting. Okay. So 52 hours. Okay. 70. What am I? 1970. You are a Gen X. Roosters Lounge. You are a Gen X. You were born between 1965 and 1980. We appreciate you dropping in. Let me see. Tracy is my boy now. Oh, Mikey. I knew we connected, Mikey. Mikey's a T-Mac fan. Oh, man. Mikey, you just went from... You was already up here, but you like passed the... You already up here. Mikey's a T-Mac fan, babe. Me and Mikey connected.
That's literally his favorite basketball player ever. Besides, well, it's first him, then Kobe Bryant, but they're very close to each other.
They 1A and 1B.
Right.
Jonathan.
Hey, did you see Jonathan V?
Jonathan been on the road. We appreciate the super sticker, Jonathan. $5 super sticker.
All the super love.
We appreciate you. Appreciate the support for Built by Plants, the supplements. We're gonna get that vanilla ice cream protein powder to you ASAP. So y'all can check it out. This is what it is. This is what you just ordered. The vanilla ice cream vegan protein powder. 115 calories with 20 grams of protein. Excellent source of protein. So y'all can grab that at builtbyplantsbrand.com or bbpsubs.com. We appreciate y'all. Oh, there you go, Rooster. Thanks so much, Jonathan. We appreciate you, man. So he's from Texas. I was born in Arlington. Oh, okay, dope. I live in small town Cleveland. What? I live in a small town called Cleveland, just north of Houston. Okay, gotcha. So it's a town called Cleveland. I'm like, that's Ohio, ain't it? Just north of Houston. Okay, yeah, it messed me all up for a second. Cool. So you want to get back to the video, babe?
Yes.
Cool. Let's do that. Babe, I forgot to mention, your hair is looking amazing.
Thank you.
Girl. You fine.
Thanks, babe. I know you like it when I brush it out, so I brushed it out for you.
Oh, I feel
I thought about you when I got ready today.
Oh, yeah.
And I didn't put on much makeup or anything because I know you like when I don't wear a lot of makeup and I have my hair brushed out all fluffy.
Look at you looking how you be looking.
Thanks, baby.
So she can get less than the minimum? He was like, no, dog. No. She not going to get the 50. But she got to get the 20, the 25. That's the floor. That's the minimum. You can't go less than that.
Damn.
There's no way Dijon is going to survive 20 years in a Mexican prison. There's no way.
Damn, boy.
He said there's no way she's going to survive 20 years in a Mexican prison. There's no way.
Like, you don't even speak the same language as these people. You can't even say, I need to use the bathroom. I can't. Yo baño. I bathroom, right?
Yeah, go to the bathroom. You said yo baño?
Yeah, I bathroom. That's good enough.
Yep.
How do you say need in Spanish?
Necesito.
Necesito. Yo necesito baño. I'm lit. All right. What else? What else do I need? Yo.
Just go.
How do I say I need water? Yo necesito water. Oh,
agua.
sorry, agua.
You're acting like you don't know anything.
I do. I know a lot. I just didn't know need. I forgot need, but I did.
When we get married next year, you're gonna have to be able to communicate.
Listen, I got what's it called? Duolingo downloaded on my phone. I've been studying. I'm lying. I haven't lately, but I'm gonna put it in my calendar so I can brush up on my
Spanish. Mom get us up to speed.
Yeah, Mom, she get me right. I need my Spanish.
Okay, go ahead. Go to the restroom. I'm gonna talk to our peoples.
Huh? Oh no. I was talking about if I need to say that in Spanish. I'm good.
I need to go use the bathroom. I started grabbing my phone so I can get prepared to take over.
Oh no, I appreciate it though, babe. Thanks for the preparedness. Meg Green says Naj and Reina being relationship goals.
Oh, thank you.
Um, Jonathan V says, "Yo, shout out to the brother growing his James Harden beard."
Yeah. Babe, I showed mom your live yesterday and how nice your beard looked. I'm like, why is this beard so big and nice and luxurious? I know you picked it out.
hmm I hear it too because sometimes you just be looking rough. I be like, I look at the live sometimes. I'm like, man, why don't I just like pick it out one time? So I just did it. Because most of the times, I take my afternoon like 15-minute nap, and when I lay down on the beard, it gets smooshed in, and then I just hop up and do the live or whatever. So I had to pick it out yesterday. But yeah, man. Funny enough, James Harden is my favorite NBA player. And lately, these last 3 years, he ain't been what he usually is. When he was with the Nets and this year with the Sixers last year, I guess he been injured or whatever. But I always got it. So I'm left-handed. So I always got this spot right here in the chest, that heart for all my left-handed NBA players. So James Harden, Josh Smith when he was in the league, Lamar Odom when he was in the league, like all my left-handers, I'm automatically biased towards anybody left-handed, and James, that guy. I don't know what I said, Kathy, or did. Hold on. Reina, your hair fits your face and goes so well with your smile. I agree, concurred to the fifth power. You are fine, shorty.
Thank you. Thanks, Mikey. Teresa said I wouldn't last a day in jail.
Like, yo, what time I get out of here? Can I leave? Let me see.
Thanks, Teresa.
All right, let me translate. Yo soy, Tijano, pero no quiero. All right, let me read. I am. Not sure that second word.
Where are you? What are you looking at?
Marshmallow. He put up a post. I mean, he put up a comment.
He said, "I am Tejano," which means.
Wait. Let me read,
oh,
girl.
My bad.
I am. What did you say that was?
Tejano.
Tejano. What that mean?
Stop saying J. It's Tejano, Papa.
Tejano. What that mean?
Texan and Mexican, basically. He's like a Mexican Texan.
I am a.
He's basically Mexican.
And I don't want to talk in Spanish.
But I don't speak Spanish.
Let me figure this out, baby girl. Something about I don't practice. I am not practicing Spanish, right? Well, you wrote good, Marshmallow. I don't know what you said, but I tried.
He said, "I'm Tejano," which is like, I guess, like a Texan Mexican, something like that.
Texican,
but I don't speak Spanish. And then he said, "I don't practice something out of practice."
That was good. Jalen Rose concurred. Jalen Rose left-handed too. Jalen Rose just get them buckets. He played for the Bulls. I'm a Chicago.
You skipped some comments, baby. I'm gonna go back a little bit. It's okay. And they were talking about this. Nefertiti said Spanish was the only class I ever failed in high school. I had a crappy teacher.
Let me tell you something like this right here. Hold on, right fast on that. Because Spanish was a class that I did well in high school. Not because I actually did well, because the teacher had just like passed me. I had Spanish class, so the first semester I did excellent. I was on it because I actually really wanted to learn. And that semester I had gym. For whatever reason, the second semester, they decided to take gym away, so I didn't have gym no more, and I couldn't play basketball. But my cousin, he had gym the second semester, and they were playing basketball. So my second semester, I had to stop going to Spanish class to go play basketball because I had to go to my cousin's gym period to hoop. Like I couldn't go the whole year without hooping, right? But for whatever reason, the teacher, she still passed me. She was real cool. Shout out to I can't remember her last name. Shout out to my Spanish teacher. She was African. She was the coolest lady of all time. I had a C in Spanish. I remember that, but I could not give up basketball. My junior year to do my Spanish class. I was doing well too, but
Susan.
What?
I'm sorry, Susan in here talking about some of your kid on cerveza. Then Marshall said, "Speak that Spanish, girl."
I'm trying to find it. I don't see it.
It's the last couple comments. I'm listening to you about your C in Spanish, but I do think we need to get back to the video, baby.
Okay, let's get back to the video, good peoples. Let's get back to the videos.
Can go off long.
Let's see.
Jonathan said, "I'm sorry. I'm born and raised in New Orleans. Spanish is part of my education." Jonathan, do you have the New Orleans accent? Because me and Najee love that accent.
Yo, I love people from New Orleans accent. Y'all got
We love
the
that
coolest accent in the world. Like of all the people in the world, I don't care about what the country, what the state. Y'all got the dopest accent. Hands down. Like don't nobody else accent compares to like people from New Orleans. It's crazy. Louisiana too, just in general, but
it's something about New Orleans.
Yeah, but New Orleans is like ain't nobody really. I don't know why, and they all have it. Like all of them got it.
Oh, Nefertiti, you speak Japanese? Konnichiwa.
Wow, that's dope. That's really dope. Now I speak Japanese for work and still can't speak Spanish. Well, it's dope that you're bilingual. I'm gonna start practicing my Spanish. Okay, let me get back. So we got another lead to turn the video. So this one says Shanquella's attackers will learn how corrupt the Mexican legal system is.
This is so deep, guys.
Shanquella's attackers will learn how corrupt the Mexican legal system is. Let's play that. Okay, yeah.
Look, Marshmallow likes brown women. I'm gonna tell you, I've already figured it out.
Oh, now you're doing something bad, Nefertiti. Every man wants a dark-skinned woman with the Japanese eyes. Ooh.
Yeah. Yamil said, "You guys imagine DB in Mexico playing the sovereign citizen nonsense."
Man.
Mikey said Jamaicans got the best accent.
I love it. Y'all up there. He representing.
We got to go to Jamaica. Najee's never been. I love Jamaica, but Najee's never been. But honestly, if he goes, he'll probably never want to leave because it's an awesome, beautiful country. Like, it's ridiculous.
How far is Jamaica and the Bahamas? How far are they from each other?
I don't know. Like 3-4 hours.
I've been to Bahamas. I haven't been to Jamaica, though. I would love to go.
They're not even in the same... No.
I don't know. Let's get to the video.
This is so deep, guys. And, I saw versions of this when I lived in Mexico for those 5-6 years. I mean, the amount of corruption, you cannot believe it. You can't even believe what $20 will get you. $20 in Mexico will get you so much. I remember, I'll never forget this, guys, when I was practicing law. This was about 10 years ago. And I represented this Mexican guy. And I charged him a retainer of $5,000. And my paralegal called them up and to say, hey, we used up your $5,000
Trying to move to Mexico.
and we need you to refresh your retainer. What does that mean to refresh your retainer? It means that once I use up your motherfucking retainer, you need to bring me some more money. I ain't do this whole case for $5,000.
Press pause real quick. Rooster's Lounge said, I think the sexiest voice is an accent. The sexiest voice and accent is an American accent. The problem with this, it's not that it's a problem. I just gotta say this. Maybe pull it up real quick. It's the last couple comments. The only thing is, in America, there's so many different accents. Because if you're on the West Coast, it's a different accent. If you're on the Midwest, it's a different accent. If you're in the South, it's a different accent. Even within the South, there's variations of an accent, like we just said about Nolans. If you're on the East Coast, there's a different accent. If you're on the South Coast, Southeast, whatever, Boston, Maine, Chicago, California.
It's funny you just brought it up because like when I brought it up, when you mentioned it, asked me to bring it up, I'm like, what is an American accent? Like, to me, I don't even know what that technically sounds like. And the crazy thing is, like, for example, the reason why I say I don't know is because so many, like, literally, so if y'all don't know, I talk about it all the time, but I do fitness coaching, right? And when I begin on the coaching calls, everybody always be like, where you from? Like, Chicago. Like, you got an accent. I'm like, what? How? This is not an accent.
Teresa has a Boston accent. I love it. I love Boston. They're my favorite accents outside of Nolans. Sorry, I just put that out there.
Awesome. Yeah. So I don't know. I don't know what an American accent technically is. Now there's country accents. I know what those are. Those are recognizable. But I don't even know what people mention when they say that I have one. Like, I don't even know what that sounds like. I don't know. Maybe I just can't talk and I just think that they associate that with it being an accent.
Yeah, I think it's like just certain, like, there's like the non-regional diction, like from Anchorman, where you just sound like you're clearly American, but you don't know exactly where you're from.
But
what
is give me a definite, not definition, but give me an example of a person that I would know that has an American accent, like just an American accent. What does that sound
My
like?
mom has an American accent when she's not drunk.
But accent though, they don't. So maybe it's what I'm associating.
If you don't
accents
hear
as.
something different that makes you feel like she sounds different, that's an American accent.
Okay, well, I guess that's what it is.
If you, like, your mom has an accent,
I don't hear that though.
You don't hear it because it's so original to you, but someone coming from a different country or from a different part of America would think your mom has an accent.
I agree with that, but it's like, and again, maybe it's just because I've just only have been here, and like when I go to other places, like for example, like here in Dallas, here in Texas in general, I automatically know if they're from Texas or if they're from someone else and came to Texas like I did or like you did. It's very
Listen, I have a banker that sounds like he came from Chicago and he's born and raised in Texas.
I think Chicago people got really distinct ways of talking as well.
Yeah.
Like, there's been people that brought out, they were like, "You from Chicago?" I'm like, I am, but I don't know what made you just say that. But I don't know. It's interesting. Like Southern people, I automatically know if they from the South.
Right.
And even with that, I know like certain pieces, or not pieces, but certain places that they're from. If they're from Florida, they have a very distinct way of talking, like Miami and such. If they're from Alabama, if they're from like Atlanta, New Orleans, like all of them, I can kind of like tell for the most part. Texas, Houston, but I don't know, like American, I don't really know what that is. What do you say?
So, Rooster, do you feel like I have an American accent? And do you feel like Naj has an American accent?
Hold on. Let me see. Rooster says anybody that lives in America and speaks American accent American. That's what I meant. And then he also said, "Were you
Rooster,
born
let
in
me look at this
America?"
picture.
He said, "Were you born in
My baby got
America?"
the cowboy hat with the beard. Come on, Rooster. I love it.
The accent that you're speaking to me right now is an American accent because it comes from an American person. Huh. I guess.
Yamil says she's Cuban and is bilingual, and people think she's Middle Eastern.
Who said that?
Yamil?
Where's that? Let me see.
This boy said on phone them grave. I can't.
Who said that?
El Car, you know that's your favorite thing to say.
On phone now. That's funny.
Carly got the Barbados accent.
That is funny.
No, I just to be clear, I wasn't born in the U.S. and I had to move to the U.S. later. So I wasn't born in the U.S. and the island that I'm born in, a lot of them, some of them sound American, some of them don't sound American. It just depends because it's a bilingual, trilingual almost island. So we moved here to the United States and live in actual, like on the mainland here in the United States. I live around a whole bunch of people that have been born here and raised here, and I sound American.
Yeah.
I shouldn't say I sound American. I sound like I was born here, I should say, because I am American. But I think everybody, that's the cool thing about America is that it's a melting pot of different cultures that influence the areas that create an accent. But anyway, we spend a lot of time on it.
Until the tipsiness comes out, and that's when the Latina comes out.
Yeah, when I get tipsy, it definitely sounds like, my name is Reina.
Side note, we've had 30 some people in the chat for the longest, so I know people have been coming in and out. Why don't we have at least 30 likes? I know we have 29, but
on the purpose of the call.
Huh? No. That ain't why. It's because it is not tapping the like button. That's why. Tap the like button. When you come into the chat, hit the like button. Please tap it one time.
At least do that.
One time. All right. I appreciate that. All right. So we can go back into it. Let's go back into the video.
So my paralegal calls him up and they have a conversation. And she gets off the phone with him and she gets on the phone with me and she's like, hey, we'll call him Jose. Says, hey, I called to get Jose to refresh his retainer. I'm like, okay, what are you telling me for? Says Jose's pissed off. Why is he pissed off? No, he's super pissed off. My question, of course, did he refresh the retainer or not? She says, well, he's going to refresh it, but he wants to talk to you personally. I was like, fine. Set him up an appointment. 2 days later, I get a buzz saying that Jose's in the conference room. In my head, I'm like, this nigga better have his credit card. I'm working hard for his case. So I take the file and I go into the conference room and there he is sitting there with his arms fucking folded. And I sit down and I'm like, hey, thank you for coming in. You know, we just need to refresh your retainer. I've got your file here. We can go over kind of what's going on. He looks at me. He says, I paid you $5,000. I said, you did? He says, I have the receipt. I said, okay. He says, do you want to see the receipt? I said, no. I believe that you paid. I know you paid the $5,000. We just need another $5,000. He said, before I pay another $5,000, I want to talk to you about the first $5,000. I say, okay. He says, what did you spend it on? And I'm like, well, I worked these many hours on your case. So the fee is justified. In fact, we need more. He said, no. The $5,000 that I gave you, what did you spend it on? What did you buy? I'm like, wait a minute.
Motherfucking business.
We need to focus on your case. Don't ask me what I buy with the money that I've earned. He said, so you admit that you spent it. I said, I could have spent it. It's my money. He said, so the $5,000 I gave you, you did not, in fact, give it to the judge. I caught you. The $5,000 that I gave you, you did not give it to the judge. You kept it. That's a Mexican mentality. That's a Mexican mentality. Right? When you're talking about all these people, all these cover-ups and all these lies on official court documents.
What is that, babe?
Lucky lady went too hard.
Lucky lady.
Lucky lady said, tell him you spent it on magnums to use on his wife. Oops.
Oh, God. Oh, man. That's funny.
Lucky lady, calm down. Jesus. Damn.
But seriously, though, why are you asking?
Is this the first time Lucky lady came in here and said something? Because she came in here with a bang.
I think we just have some people that just watch that don't. So she might have just been watching.
Jesus Christ.
But seriously though, why is you asking this man what he spent his money that he earned?
Because he gave him the money to give to the judge to pay off the judge. So why would you have the money and spend it? I gave you this $5,000 to give to the judge to buy him off. You ain't got to do no work. That's what he's saying. Oh, you didn't catch that?
I didn't catch that.
That's what he's talking about.
That's why we here, shorty. That's why we here.
That's why, when we go to Mexico, baby, when we go to Mexico, we go to Costa Rica High, we negotiating them hard as hell. Everything's a barter, brother. Like, go on.
Negotiating, talking to him in general. I don't be knowing.
You don't know what I'm saying. You're so funny.
I'm like, what she said.
Like, yeah, what she said.
Shit, I don't know.
Documents.
That's funny.
And this is not hating on Mexicans, right? I lived down there for 5-6 years. I love Mexico. Love Mexicans. Arriba la raza, güey. O sea, somos hermanos todos, güey. Pero así es su sistema. O sea, un chingo de corrupción. Y ustedes lo saben. You guys know it. Like, this not even act. Y'all come over here thinking that the same. Now, do we have corruption? Yeah, but it's on a higher scale. We've got that FTX corruption. We got that Bernie Madoff corruption. Right?
I
just can't walk in and give a judge $5,000.
What is that?
I love that he's bilingual. It's one of the reasons why, I think it's so important for people to travel the world and learn languages, not just to Spanish-speaking countries, but everywhere. And mind you, I may be being very rude. I don't know if he's Afro-Latino and already knows how to speak Spanish, so I don't want to be disrespectful there. But if he learned Spanish by moving to Mexico, I really just find it so. I just think it's great when people learn a language like that. But I don't know if he's already Cuban, Puerto Rican, or Dominican, or Honduran or something.
He learned it.
He learned it. That's great. His accent sounded like he learned it. I ain't gonna lie. But I'm just saying, I just think it's great that he moved somewhere and practiced law in a whole different country and learned Spanish. And I just think that it's a testament to his intelligence and who he is, because it's not easy to do that. If you try to move me to freaking China to learn Chinese, I'd be scared.
Yeah, no, he dope. He really dope.
Awesome.
I've been following him on YouTube for 2 years now, maybe a year, something
that. But, that's impressive to me.
Huh?
He's impressive to me for taking the time to do that.
Oh, he impressive to you. I'm about to learn Spanish tomorrow. Then I'm learning Spanish in one day.
You are so funny.
Let me see what's going on up in here. I came in to say that if I saw someone beating up my friend like Shanquella, I said Chin, I would jump on top of them and
Grab that bitch.
girl, I tried not to say the words.
Die for the people you love. So, lucky lady, can you come home more often?
Be a regular lucky lady.
Right, you are funny. I know I've seen lucky lady before, but
get into the community, okay? Get into the community. We need you a part of the routine. Individuals. Jonesy said I just subscribe to the channel to watch if I'm having a rough day or regular. Yeah, no, he's really funny. His channel was directed towards men primarily. But he does cover like cases like that happen like this, and he covered the Darryl Brooks case. But yeah, he's really good. Naj is jelly. What does jelly mean? Oh, jealous. I mean it's all what's the word? It's all what's that word? How do they say that? It's like a slogan that they have. It's all damn it, I forgot. I can't remember it. It'll come to me later. It's all good though. Let's see what else is going on up in here. Hit him with the STB. I'm guessing that's style. Marshmallow like everybody up in here.
I like lucky lady.
He is funny. Hit that like and subscribe button if you haven't. Lucky
Night,
lady,
Mikey.
Appreciate it. Buenas noches, y'all. All right, Mikey. We'll catch you probably mañana. Maybe how you say Friday in Spanish, babe?
I can't think of it. I don't know.
I've been a sub to him for a while. He's a great lawyer. Yeah, he dope. Y'all check out his channel if y'all wanna.
I'm going crazy. Go ahead.
Yeah, so hit that like button when y'all coming up in here, please. Thank you. All right, so let's get back to the vid, back to the lead.
Dollars? Are you crazy? I spent that money. I'm single. I gotta go out on dates. Goddamn Cheesecake Factory be lighting a nigga up. Come on. Don't be asking me what I spend your money on, nigga. But that's how it is. For coming up. What do you think about this case? Kind of what's your opinion on it?
Well, now what you're showing me, it's like I don't even want to go to Mexico anymore because you never know what could happen.
That's exactly
I'm afraid.
Will Mexico be the new version of what happens in Mexico stays in Mexico?
I mean, honestly, that's what it was about to kind of start being like. If we weren't going to get something together with the people that did this crime, it's like they're kind of putting out there that you can get away with something. So that's scary.
Yeah. That's what it sounds like. They relatively close to Vegas, ain't they? Ain't Vegas like not that? They're like right next to Texas, and Texas, you know, is right above.
Night, Jonathan.
All right, Jonathan. Y'all,
I'm
it's
so
midnight.
tired. I drank this whole bottle all by myself.
Yeah. I gotta get up at 5 a.m. for work. I'll be down. All right, Jonathan. We appreciate you, bro. I'm gonna call you Johnny V. That's gonna be your new name, Johnny V. Appreciate you, Johnny V.
Johnny V.
Yes. Appreciate you supporting the brands. Appreciate you contributing to the channel with the super stickers and the BBP supplements, the protein powder, and the multivitamins. Thank you a ton.
Everything.
Yes. And I'm gonna get something sent out to you for free. I got the address. So, in addition to the protein powder, the vanilla protein powder that you bought, I'm gonna also get you some I'm gonna get you some nightcaps. I'm gonna send you out a bottle of the nightcaps as well.
Send him some nightcaps.
Yeah,
He deserved it.
You need some nightcaps, so we're gonna make sure you get some good night rest. All right, that good night. We're gonna make sure it's a great night. All right, so we're gonna get you some nightcaps. Appreciate you, bro. Yes. All right, we're back at it.
It's D. You know, what are your thoughts on all of this?
As far as getting a fair trial, I do understand for human rights, we all deserve to have that. And I guess I would say that it's safe to say she deserves to have a fair trial, even though she is, most likely guilty of the incident. But at the same time, the situation what you're speaking about, I don't know if it's gonna last long in the sense of her even getting sentenced, because you're saying people are not showing up. So how does that work exactly? I know here in the U.S., there's a long stretch period, but in a court system like that, how long what's the period of her even getting sentenced?
Yeah, they were saying like in a murder trial, it used to be like 2.5 years or 2 years. Now they've got it down to a year, right? Because actually it really doesn't take that long if the judge is not going to show up.
Yeah.
Like they're going to do your trial, just the judge is not going to be there. But don't worry, the 9th grade secretary is going to be there, right? Like, is that fair? What do you think? Should she be judged in a system like this? Or kind of what's your take on it?
I'm still kind of 50-50 because I do understand as human rights that's what should happen, but then all of the things that popped up saying that this lady obviously is guilty, she shouldn't get anything fair because she didn't treat Shanquella fair at all. None of them did. Everybody, to me, it felt like it was plotted, and it's like, why was everybody so involved in the sense of not doing anything? So that's why it's kind of weird. It's like a weird place for me to just say, yeah, she should be treated fair. I don't even know how I would feel about that.
That's a great point. What are you thinking? Let's assume that she can get a fair trial in Mexico. What do you think the result should be? And what do you think the sentence should be?
I mean, death penalty.
Wow.
All the way.
Okay, now let me ask you this. Let's assume that there are 2 people involved. Let's assume that Daejhanae is the person that was beating her up, but Daejhanae didn't kill her. But then Winter came in, and let's assume that Winter is the one who gave the fatal injuries. What do you think the sentence should be for Daejhanae? Should it be the death penalty or should it be something less?
Death penalty for both of them. Yeah.
All right, let me ask you this for a second. Let's kind of flesh this out. Suppose you have Mike, and Mike is beating up on John, and Mike really beats John up, and then Mike leaves. And then you got Marcus, and Marcus comes over and kills John. And Mike, the first one is gone, right? So do you think both of them should get the death penalty? Because let's be honest, people fight all the time.
Yeah.
And it's not for a fight. You don't really get the death penalty for a fight, right?
Right.
So do you...
Okay, hold on one sec. Let's scroll up her. Susan says maybe a panel night sometimes, Naj and Reina. So that was something I was talking about not that long ago that we'll probably start introducing, babe. So I have an actual panel, so letting some of our regulars come up on the screen so we can get some engagement going and things like that.
Ooh, I would love that.
Yeah, so we'll probably start that. I'm just getting the software together so that we can start doing that, and we'll get some engagement going. So we will definitely get that rolling shortly. Appreciate you mentioning that, Susan D. We'll definitely get that popping because that'll be really fun.
Susan, just so you know, I actually missed the video from the other day, so I don't know about Nazir Wiggins. I guess it's the Popeyes guy. So sorry, but Najee can answer that question. But good night to Kathy and good night to Marshmallow.
I didn't even know. Wait, also refresh my memory. How does Nazir fit into all this? Yeah, I don't know. Was that the guy name? Babe, you know my memory with names is horrible. So was that the guy name from the other night? I thought it was Kevin, and then the other guy was I don't know the other guy's name, but
Maybe I don't know. I didn't get to watch the live fully. I was with
no.
mom.
I was asking Susan D. I was asking Susan
Oh,
D.
you said baby.
Huh? No, I was just saying, babe. I know you know that my memory with names isn't that
I
great.
thought give you a little razzle dazzle. I was like, who's you calling baby then?
I was talking to you, babe, saying that you know my memory when it comes to names isn't that great. Then I flipped it to Susan D saying was Nazir, the guy from the other night. So I don't know. Autumn Rain says Mexican. What? No, Mexico is a sovereign nation. Ignorance of the law is never a defense. You go to a country, it's your responsibility to know and follow the rules.
Facts.
If you do not like the justice system, then behave.
Facts, Autumn. Always come back, Autumn.
Co-op. Yeah, that's what they always say. Ignorance of the law is not an excuse. I hear that. Marshall Miller says,
I'm gonna join you, Kathy. I'm tired too. Night, everyone. Hugs and kisses.
What was that, babe? Are you giving out kisses? All right, I'm gonna have a talk with you. Rooster Lounge says if she would have committed this crime in Texas, because you know Texas has the express lane for executions, she would go to the front of the line. Concurred. I'll be on my best behavior here in Texas. We live in Texas. All right. So we are aware of the way that it goes down here, you know. They say Texas don't play. What?
Susan just explained who Nazir Wiggins is. We never knew his name, Susan. Thank you for listen. I love Susan because Susan came in late to our Shanquella video. And then the next day that we did a live, she was late to that video and said, I'm sorry. I just did a deep dive in this whole Shanquella Robinson case. So I know Susan knows every freaking detail now. So when we're ready for this panel, Susan has to get on. So
right,
Susan,
that's what
his name is Nazir Wiggins.
So all right, so we're gonna try to do. Maybe we'll try that for the next one. Maybe we'll try to incorporate.
Maybe when I get back, Papa.
Huh?
When I get back.
You get back?
Yeah, when I get back home.
Okay.
To do a panel. I want to be back home. I want to be with you.
Okay.
He doesn't want that, but baby, please. Oh shoot!
You didn't get back. You took too long. You got to come back early, shorty. You don't get back. When you get back?
When do you think I get back?
December the 4th.
Yeah.
Okay. That's Jay-Z birthday. December the 4th. That's a long time. That's like Sunday.
That is Sunday.
That's a long time. It's Wednesday.
Night, Junebug.
You out of here, Junebug. All right, we'll catch you next time. We will catch you next time.
Teresa got her gummies. Let's go, Teresa. Teresa got her gummies.
Teresa got some BBP gummies?
Yes.
Oh man, I don't see it. What
She wrote it in the comments.
I'm trying to see it. It'd be coming in slow sometimes. Oh, there we go. Teresa just ordered my gummies. They say dummies, but gummies. Yeah, okay, I see it now. I appreciate you, Teresa. Thank you so much. You got the nightcaps? Teresa got the nightcaps? I'm about to take my nightcaps actually. The BBP nightcaps.
We need to finish up these videos, baby.
Huh?
We need to finish these videos because I'm going to sleep at 12:30.
Going to sleep at 12:30. All right, I got to take my nightcap gummies. These are magicals.
They are so good.
Yeah.
It
I should.
tastes good.
Since you gone for a whole nother week, I should probably send you some. Look at these magical
Thank you,
nightcap
Rooster.
gummies.
You are so smart because I want to come home to looking real nice.
What happened? What did you say? Oh man, these things are so good.
Baby, discount Teresa. Go send refund Teresa the discount amount. She forgot to use her code.
Okay, I got you, Teresa. Raj, make sure you have the house clean when she gets home. Always clean. Wink, wink. It's spick and span.
Good night, Bendy. We love you.
Headed to bed.
Come on,
Okay,
baby. I got the video. Everybody's going to sleep.
I got you. Okay, babe. I got you, Teresa. You got the vitamin C's. Okay, cool. All right, let's get back to it.
Do you think that both people should get? Do you think the first person should get the death penalty, even though it was the second person that killed him?
Well, I say if you're in the same room, if you're watching it. So if you're saying if they're gone and they left, then they don't have any, they didn't witness it. So therefore, I would say no, they shouldn't get the death penalty. But to me, if you're watching someone, get killed and you don't do anything about it to save this person's life, then to me, you're just as guilty as the person that did the incident, did the situation.
Pause.
I was
Okay.
literally just pausing.
That's a real righteous way to communicate. First of all, I don't agree with that.
Yeah.
I think that there is validity in the fact that if you stand there and watch something happening and don't do anything, yeah, you should suffer some sort of consequence for your complicity. However, there is reality in the fact that some people are actually just scared of getting involved in things and actually in fear of their own life when watching something like that happening. And I don't think it's fair that you be completely punished when in self-preservation mode. Good night, Elcar. But I will say that if you're recording, you're cheering.
Babe, I think you froze. You need to come out, pop out, and then pop back in. So I'll finish my thought. Oh wait, hold on. There she go. Let's see. She come back in. So I'll say my thoughts on this. Here's my thoughts. I don't agree with what she just said necessarily. Not Reina. I don't agree with what the young lady on the screen said, because there is a such thing as a deer in front of headlights, right? Like there's a such thing as that. Hold on 1 second. Let me see. Why isn't they letting them? Hold on 1 second. Why isn't they letting them in? Let my baby come in. Something going on. They ain't letting her in. Hold on. Let me see. Let me see what's going on over here. Try to come back in. So here's my thoughts. There is a such thing as deer caught frozen in front of headlights, right? If you just go into the room and you don't know what's going on and you just see two people fighting it out, right? You just see two people going back and forth, or not even back and forth, but you see two people fighting. And you see one person giving the other person the beats, and you just walk in, and you see person A giving person B the beats. Person B is getting the beats, and person A is delivering the beats. You person C, and you see this from the outside perspective, you're like, what the hell did I just walk into? And to say that you should have responsibility for these two other people that are fighting, Now, in this situation, probably, right? But like if this is just a random situation where you walk into the room and see two people fighting, and you, let's just say you don't know how to fight. What the hell are you gonna do to try to interrupt and fix the situation when you can't fight? So if you interrupt, person A is gonna whoop your ass just like they whooping person B ass. So person C is gonna get their ass whooped for nothing, for trying to intervene. So I'm just saying, like, I think that there is something to say about that, but I do also feel that there is some responsibility that may go to her, but you got to keep in mind what the hell are you gonna do to try to interrupt and fix the situation when you can't fight. So if you interrupt, person A is gonna whoop your ass, person B ass. So person C is gonna get their ass whooped for nothing. Let's try to intervene. You gotta turn your phone off, babe. I don't know why it keeps freezing. Rain is freezing up. This is weird. Let's see if she comes back. You there, babe?
Yeah, I'm here.
Okay, cool. Yeah.
But all I see is your phone.
You don't see me?
No, all I see is your phone.
Okay. Well, I'm on the screen. I'm not sure why.
Okay, no problem.
But yeah, so I was explaining, like, I agree to some extent of what you're saying, but if we're looking at this from a pure objective perspective as just individuals, there's person A, which is the Daejhanae, and then there's the person B, which is Shanquella. If person C walks into the room, and let's just say person C has no idea what's going on, right? They didn't have nothing to do with anything. They just walk into the room and they see person A mollywhopping person B, and person C can't fight for nothing to save their life. There is a such thing as being a deer caught into the headlights and you freeze up, don't know what the hell to do, especially if you can't fight. You trying to jump in is literally just going to be you getting your ass whooped the same way that person B is by person A. So it's like, you know, there are situations where I don't think that it's fair to say that person, you know, C should get the, you know, just as much, you know, responsibility for not breaking it up or whatever, because you don't know what's going on, you don't know the situation. Now in this situation, I don't think that's the case, but I'm just saying that if we're looking at it from like a objective perspective, we got to keep in mind that just because you were there in a room don't necessarily mean that you should have responsibility. But I do agree with what you were saying as far as like if you're recording.
I don't know where I got cut off though, so I don't know what all you heard, honestly.
I did hear you saying that if like you mentioned, like if they were recording or if they were a part of it, cheering them on and all that type of stuff, you definitely deserve responsibility. I agree with that 100%. Like if you were actually engaged and you were like promoting this and you were saying like, yeah, like you ain't gonna do nothing, you ain't gonna fight back, like that type of stuff, I think that you deserve a lot of responsibility.
I think that overall, here's the thing, the way we grew up, if I saw something like that, I would jump in. That's just my personality. I would jump in. I sometimes jump into things I really shouldn't jump into, and it's really dangerous because people have died for less. But if I see someone being hurt or assaulted or disrespected or anything like that, I have this innate natural human desire to protect others. So I usually have this feeling of wanting to help, but I'm not everybody.
I was about to say, on top of that desire, you can actually fight. Underlying on that desire, you can handle yourself. Let's just say if this person can't, if you're like, if you're weak and you know you're weak, and you see person B getting mollywopped and you person C, and you try to jump in and knowing person A is gonna whoop your ass, regardless of what happens, you gonna jump in?
I mean, here's the thing. I'm not trying to be funny, but like I'm a big girl. I'm 5'8", and I'm a power lifter. I can deadlift damn near 400 pounds.
Concur.
I ain't.
Agreed.
I'm not scared of people that easily, but I've jumped in when there was two men fighting, and I know they can whoop my ass. But like, if somebody was like whooping your ass, I would jump in. I know you don't want me to, but I would. Even though I know it's like the dumb thing to do, because I mean, I guess we both would get our ass.
No, you wouldn't. No.
I'm just saying. I guess we both be getting our asses whooped. But I'm just saying, like, the point is, I understand what I would do as a human, but I also have the ability to step out of myself and into other shoes, and I can understand that other people might not have the ability to respond that way. Just like that young girl didn't even defend herself when she was being fought. She was being fought, and she didn't even defend herself. There's other people who could be watching that also wouldn't have defended themselves. So how do you expect them to jump in? Like, we're expecting things out of people that are unnatural to them sometimes. Where to me, it's natural for me to protect someone, but there's a reason why there's a protector and there's people that need to be protected. So I would feel hurt if someone watched me get fought, like beat down and so on and so forth. But even like Shanquella's father, he said she's not a fighter. Is, like, some people aren't fighters. Some people aren't that type. Even in the case of their lives, like you being fought and you don't know what's going to happen to you, she still didn't even defend herself because it's just not in her to be that type of person. So some people that way.
I mean, ultimately, I'm not disagreeing with any other things that, like, the points that you're making, because I think ultimately all of them were in on this situation. I think they all played a role in this. So I'm not viewing it as like trying to defend anybody, but I'm also saying, like, if we're looking outside of this specific situation, like, is it right for, just based off of like the comment that the young lady in this video said, that since she was like somebody else was in a room, that they have responsibility.
Yeah, they should face the same consequences as the person that did it. Like, come on,
I'm just basing my
like,
thoughts off of that specific line, not this specific case, but like that specific line. Because some people freeze the hell up. Some people don't know what to do. They walk into something like, oh, wait a minute now. Maybe she's getting mollywhopped and she's not defending herself because, like, she's in the wrong. You know what I mean? Like, there's a lot of things that can go on in that situation that we can't just say that, put a blanket statement on it. Now, in this situation, like I said, in this specific situation, I think all of them motherfuckers need to get the book. You know what I mean? I think all of them deserve responsibility. But
yeah, I think everyone deserves a consequence. But should the person that, was just standing behind everyone, just like watching like this, get 50 years? No.
Yeah.
Like, we shouldn't. But should they get like 16 months for not doing something? Yeah, they need to learn the lesson that your complicity, your failure to respond contributed to the death of this young lady. That sucks. But you need to learn that matters. So next time you see something, maybe you should say something. You don't have to jump in all the time either. Just taking the time to call the police would have been something more. So I guess that's even more important. I'm not even necessarily saying people should jump in physically even, but you can at least be screaming like, stop, please stop, call the police. You know what I mean? Like, if you're too afraid to get into that level of violence. Some people just literally have never seen it. I know, unfortunately, I'm not proud to say that because I've seen so much of it, it wouldn't freak me out. I would have jumped right into that. That wasn't like that crazy of a fight. I would have jumped into that. But there's some people who are like, literally, like, their heart's beating fast, and they're like, I can't believe this is happening. And they're just scared and crying in the corner.
I think the other thing is that we're just going based off of the footage that we saw, and not keeping in account the footage that we didn't see. What actually happened.
Interesting.
Like equal culpability. I'm just thinking about that too, just because like we have some of these concepts here in the US that are very different in other countries.
Yeah.
Like, like we have equal culpability, maybe like subparts. as onlookers. So you're saying that it should be equal across the board?
Only if the person has witnessed the crime and they were there. They're together with this person. If you're watching it, then you're just as guilty, because you could have tried to, like, you can't really stop everything, but you could have at least tried to save the person. And if you're not saving anyone, then you just killed the person just as much as the other person killed him. So
Whereas the person that like actually like dealt the final blow. Whereas the person that like actually like dealt the final blow. Like maybe sometimes we want to give them a little bit more time, but it should be equal.
it should be the same if you're watching it and didn't do anything. That's just my opinion. See, you would know more than me, but that's how I take it.
So the guy who was recording it on his phone, just recording it, said, hey, why don't you get up? Why don't you fight? He didn't help. He was just recording it. Now, to be honest,
My fault. I didn't realize. I think I'm muted on this specific one. What I was saying was, oh, you back? I think we're back. You there, babe? Can you hear me, babe?
I'm here.
Good. Can you hear me, babe?
Yes, I can hear you.
Okay. Cool.
I'm here.
Good. I don't know what I was just saying. I don't recall where I left off, so I'm gonna just continue this video.
lay a finger on her, but he didn't help her either. So you think for not helping her, he should get the death penalty?
Anyone that was in that room,
Recording it.
take it.
So the guy who was recording it on his phone, just recording it, said, hey, why don't you get up? Why don't you fight? He didn't help. He was just recording it. Now, to be honest, he didn't lay a finger on her, but he didn't help her either. So you think for not helping her, he should get the death penalty?
Anyone that was in that room.
She's like, anyone, nigga, what don't you understand? Anyone, they should die.
Babe, how do you feel about that? You think that little best friend, the one that was recording, you think that since he was in the room that he should also get the death penalty? Best friend, the one that was recording.
So I can't hear you. I actually can't hear you through my computer. So I can't hear you. I actually can't hear you through my
Because you
I'm gonna hang up and come back, okay?
Yeah, come back in. Good peoples, what do y'all think? Do y'all think that Reina's gonna come back in? But do you all think that if you think that the guy that was recording this whole situation, do you think that he should get the death penalty? If you think that he should get the death penalty, drop a 1 in the chat. If you think that he should not get the death penalty, but he should get some time, drop a 2 in the chat. Because I want to know y'all thoughts on this. Reina's coming back in. Let me know y'all thoughts. Should he get the death penalty or should he get just time? Let me get back to that. There you go. You back?
Yeah, you said a 1 is for death penalty and a 2 is for what?
Just time. He should get some time.
Dang, Rooster and Susan are going hard.
Y'all think he needs the death penalty?
So here's the thing. I think that Khalil, who is the one that said, dang, can't you at least fight back? Khalil is the one that also said, told the mother first that it was alcohol poisoning. Huh?
He told the damn mama that, yeah, like what you just said, he needs that's alcohol poisoning, but also that he wants $5,000.
Exactly. He's the one that did that. He's also the one that was her best friend that did not jump in, and he's a man. Okay? So there's no situation to me where as a man you couldn't jump in to two women with your best
You could
friend.
fucking spear her. You could tackle her, push her, shake her,
You
do
would
something.
grab her, right? So, in my opinion, for that particular person, Khalil, who said, "Dang, at least fight back, Shanquella," that little piece of crap, disgusting excuse of a man, if you want to call him that, he absolutely should get the death penalty. I agree with that. Now, anyone else, just for being a witness, no, I don't think you should get the death penalty. I think that's like
extra.
But for him in particular, I think they're going to be able to peel back the onions and layer by layer realize how deep his ignorance and his hatred goes and how he was the direct cause of this girl's death. He absolutely, whether he did the final blow or not, should definitely get the death penalty, or at least the maximum of whatever he can get.
I would. I was about to like I say I agree 100%, but I also like Lucky Lady's answer. I say let the family decide the punishments. I do like that because if we look at it from like not our perspective, if we look at it from what they may be most interested in and what they see as satisfaction, somewhat as far as some sort of justice to Shanquella's death, like let them decide what it is that they want to happen, because I don't know. Now the thing that made me think about what you just said, which was he was the one that called the mom and said it was alcohol poisoning,
And tried to get $5,000 from her. Oh, wait a minute, Nefertiti. Babe, go to Nefertiti real quick.
Knowing that he knowing that he witnessed the whole situation, knowing that he was the one that actually went and said she's going to, he's the one I personally think that he's the one that organized this shit. I personally think that he's the one that actually said what happened in the situation, what's going to happen. I think he organized all this stuff. He probably got her to beat her up. He probably got her to handle whatever the logistics was and recorded it. Like there was no way that all this stuff was just randomly happening without his calculations. So I don't know. I think that this is a situation that he had some control over it. Nefertiti, thank you so much for the $10 super chat. We appreciate you so much. Thank you so much. This for Reina for the future. If I'm ever getting my 5 feet short butt kicked, I can't fight at all. I don't think the watchers should get DP, but definitely time. Agreed. Yeah, I think they deserve some time. I think that everybody. I personally think like it's too many situations, too many details where everything in this situation happened where it shows that they were all in cahoots. Like it shows that they were all like some way in some form. Even when Shanquella was recording and she walked into the front living room or wherever they were at, where they were all together, and like it seemed like they stopped talking when she came in there saying like is everybody naked or whatever the situation was. Like that's it. Even that recording looked like they were all trying to like plan some stuff around her or together, or when they were going to like attack her or whatever it may be. It just seemed like there was a lot of situations that happened where, a lot of this stuff seemed kind of calculated. I don't know. It just comes off kind of weird to me. But I appreciate the super chat, Nefertiti. Thank you so much for the $10 super chat. Babe, you got to make sure you got Nefertiti back. That's what she sent the super chat for. You got to have her back.
I would definitely have her back. She said she's only 5 feet. I can't watch nobody 5 feet get beat up.
Mm-hmm.
I would jump in. Like, hold on. I don't care what she did. Calm down. Mm-hmm. I got you, Nefertiti.
I got some kicks for whoever it is. I'm
No,
just
but
kidding.
for real, I mean, outside of that, I think I just, like we have to remember that ultimately we're human beings first. And if we see someone being harmed, especially if you've been around, like you just can't sit there and let that happen. Like you got to take care of people. And hopefully these people will take care of you when you need them. Because if we all just keep turning blind eyes to things that are happening in public and recording it instead of helping, like what are we doing with this society? It's like it's kind of disgusting. So I'm with it. Rooster said, "Stop yawning. You're making me yawn. I really have the most contagious yawn on earth. I'm so sorry. I don't know what to do about it."
Shit. I didn't see that comment. Um, if you do something, Lucky Lady says, if you do something you know is wrong, then you need to be punished or you will never learn. Imagine children these people will create. Damn.
Agreed.
Imagine the children these people will create. Yeah, yeah. So I agree with that primarily, mostly. There has been stuff that I have done that was wrong that I wasn't punished for, but I recognize it was wrong in retrospect. So, but not to this extent. So I think that some things that need to be learned do deserve some sort of punishment for sure. I agree with that 100%. Let's get back to the video.
Let's wrap it up.
All of them.
Because let me explain something. There's a lot of people who are innocently dying here, and it's because people are holding their phones or not speaking up. I live in a city, or used to live in a city which is large in New York. Okay, I understand people walk past, they don't care because we see a lot of crazy stuff all day. But it's not fair as human rights. You have to have someone who's going to do something, and if no one, especially today, no one is doing anything, everybody's guilty. Everybody.
Okay, let me ask you this. So you're in New York, right? So you're on the damn L train or whatever. Is there a train in there? All right. So you're on the L train and it's 50 of y'all in there. Mm-hmm. And a drunk guy starts mouthing off to this sober guy. And you're kind of in the back, but you're looking and you can see the drunk guy is mouthing off. Mm-hmm. And everybody's on the L train going to work. And it's rainy outside and it kind of stinks in the damn train. But the drunk guy is mouthing off to the business guy, and the business guy turns around and hits the drunk guy, and the drunk guy falls down. But the business guy, I guess it's a bad day or something. He gets on top of the drunk guy and just starts beating him. And you're like way in the back of the train, but you can kind of see everybody's like, oh, and then there's blood coming out, and you just see because the business guy has a ring on, and the guy's just beating him, and you're like that, and he sits there for 5 minutes and beats him to death. Then the train stops, and the police come in, and they grab the business guy, they get the paramedics, and everybody leaves. All right, so you're at work. 3 days later, the cops come to your house and they arrest you. Why? Because they have video of you on the train. Mm-hmm. And they say, hey, dating to marriage, you're arrested and we're going to give you the death penalty. And you're like, what? They were like, oh, yeah. According to the dating to marriage rule, if you are witnessing a murder and you don't do anything about it, then you get the death penalty. Right? So all of your family, your parents, everybody's going to be without dating to marriage because you were on the back of the train and you didn't do anything. Do you think you should get the death penalty in that case?
See, I like how you threw in some real stuff there, talking about the L train, because that stuff happens.
I'm good at this. I used to do this for a living, David. You might not know that. So let me ask you, do you think that you should get the death penalty? You should be strapped down and have 3 doctors come in and inject these chemicals into your body and kill you. Well, because you didn't do anything to stop that businessman from beating the homeless man to death on the L train.
Right. So I know earlier you said I may have seen. So If it's a definite that I have seen, like I literally could see someone.
No, you were on the train and you were back there watching. Yeah, you were on the train. You were far back there. There's 50 people on the train. Right? So, but you're back there, you're watching. And you didn't do anything. You didn't say anything. You're just trying to get to work. Y'all know how y'all are on the L train. Y'all are like this, man. Just let me get to work.
Yeah.
Am I lying?
No, it's true. It's like that.
All right. So should you get the death penalty? Because you didn't help. Exactly. Guys, I do this for a living.
Be an honest person, lady. Be an honest person. I don't want her to be stupid.
She's being stupid. This is my point. Like,
don't be so like righteously stuck on your point that you sound like an idiot now.
Yeah.
Like, obviously in that scenario, you should not want the death penalty because there's 50 people in front of you. But at the same time, should she have a consequence for not reporting it? Should she have a consequence for not calling the police? Just standing there and acting like you don't see it? Absolutely, you should have a consequence. But the death penalty? No. There should be a consequence for complicity. Like, there should be a consequence for it. Absolutely.
What would that consequence be in this situation?
Let me give you an example. In Chicago, on camera. No, I'm lying. It's Philadelphia. In Philadelphia, on a train, a woman was sexually assaulted with, like, the R word. Yeah. Sexually assaulted in front of people, clothes ripped off, and was R word sexually assaulted. Okay. And nobody stopped. She was screaming for her life, but you know what they did? They recorded it and then posted it and said, "Oh my God, this man R word a woman on the train." That person that recorded that and that posted it should absolutely get damn near the same punishment as the person that did the crime. The people that stood around, whether they recorded it or not, or ignored it, but did not call the police, did not try to stop it, did not do any type of action to save her in any way, they should all of them should have some sort of consequence that has at least more than 365 days of punishment. Because you allowed a young woman to be violated in that way on camera, in front of, in public. It was one man. Okay, let's talk about even the scenarios of when, like, it's just too many situations where people think they can ignore stuff and it leads to someone's death or extreme violation of person. And I just think that those are just disgusting.
Yeah. It's interesting because it's like, let this person that was doing the recording be someone like, who was it, Nefertiti, staturized, right? Like 5 feet. What are you going to do in this situation to help this young lady?
What'd you say?
If there was somebody like the stature that's like 5 feet tall, I know you mentioned calling the cops, but what are you going to do in a situation that can really stop her from being harmed?
Yeah, can you say the whole sentence? Because I'm still missing what you're saying. I don't know if I missed it, something. But can you start from the top, please?
If you're in this situation and you were the one that were doing the recording and you're 5 feet tall, 130 pounds, what can you do in this situation outside of calling the police that can help this person?
I mean, there's nothing you can do besides calling the police and screaming that you want them to stop, possibly. But I mean, if you're like a child, for example, or a smaller person, or someone that just really does not have the physical capability to defend anyone else, I don't think it's appropriate for us to expect you to risk your life to try to help a stranger. But I do think it's appropriate for us to expect that you at least call the police and there be proof of it. I also think there's value in people recording as well, because I mean, there's a plenty of examples where if no one had recorded, there'd be no proof of what went wrong or what happened. But usually that should come with someone, please call the police. I'm recording for evidence. Hey, call the police now. Stop hurting them. Like, it should be like very clear that you are not enjoying this moment, or you're not, and you're posting it because you took it to the police and now you don't know what's happened with it or whatever. So I know there's a lot of comments coming in, so I don't know if you can get to them, babe.
Yeah. Lucky Lady says, I saw a guy passed out drunk outside the bar and he hit his head. All these kids were standing around recording him, and I yelled at all of them like an angry mother. Asked how would they asked them how would they feel.
Yeah, how would they feel if they accidentally hit their head and they were drunk? It's not funny to be recorded.
Yeah, that's very true. Like I said earlier, this is a right to carry state. Everybody up here has a gun on their side. We don't have that nonsense here. I think he's talking about Montana. I don't know if he's probably talking about Texas and Montana. Yeah, agreed. It is a right to carry state. Texas is, shall I say? I don't know about no Montana. Yeah, yeah, it's interesting. I don't know. Let's see what she actually says. What does she have to say? How's she gonna defend this situation?
All right, so should you get the death penalty? Because you didn't help. Exactly. Guys, I do this for a living. I do this for a living.
It's a comparable hypothetical. It's a good hypothetical.
Listen, that was a good spin. You got me. But listen, if I'm gonna stay true to my word. If I seen it, okay, and
You
I
saw it on the train.
I will feel bad for the rest of my life. For real.
No, you don't have a life because you're put to death. Remember, that's what I'm saying. Do you deserve to die by the state? Does the state of New York have the right to kill you because you didn't do anything?
I guess a lot of people will be dead then.
No. I'm asking you.
I'm gonna have to stay true to my word. So yeah.
She's a fool.
You say so. You believe that you should be put to death for that.
Because
you don't really feel that way. I mean, you're saying it to stay true to your.
Yeah.
You don't really feel that
what
way.
I'm saying is today, a lot of people are recording. They're not doing anything. So it's kind of like
you keep moving it. You keep moving it away from the example.
You moving the goalposts, shorty. Like. Damn
right. Well, just take the L, like Nefertiti just said. Like, sis, shut up.
Just say you got me. All right, I need to take back what I said originally, but she don't want to do that. Like, no, you moving the goalposts. Like, for a fact, if you were in if you were in that situation, that is not what will actually be going down. That's not what you would want. If you walked into that situation, you just get on the train, as he mentioned, and you just trying to get to work, and there was a situation going on at the front of the train. There's 50 people on the train. You just happen to be one of the ones that didn't say anything because you thought somebody else would say something, and you just trying to get to work. You ain't got nothing to do with nothing. You just minding your business, and something happened, and then they say, hey, you, number 47 out of these 50 people, you didn't do anything. You didn't say anything in this situation. You sat on this train and ignored it. You're about to die. You're gonna get the death penalty because of this. No, you're not gonna stay true to that word. You're not gonna say, okay, yeah, I deserve to die because of this. Like, no.
Oh, sorry. Go ahead, baby.
No, go ahead.
I'm looking at the comments and I'm wondering what some of other people feel about this, actually, because a lot of you are saying in the comments that this is like those examples and those scenarios that are being brought up are not the same factor. So, like, in regards to Shanquella specifically, outside of like Khalil, who was like, Ellie, aren't you gonna fight back? That was the best friend. Do you feel like the other people, was that the other four people, should also get the same sentencing as the ones that did and planned it? Do you think that the other four people that at least knew about what happened or were in the same room, do you think that they should all get 50 years? Put a chat in the chat, put a 1 if you think they should get 50 years, or put a 2 if you feel like that's too much. They deserve something, but not 50 years. Because I want to know what people are thinking, because it sounds like, although he gave this example, you're recognizing it's not the same situation.
Yeah, let's see.
Susan feels like everyone that was in the room should get 50 years, regardless.
And she said, but it won't happen.
Nefertiti, 2, maybe 20 in Mexico. So Nefertiti, you feel like if they were in the room, but they weren't Khalil, they weren't Daejhanae, they should get at least something, but like maybe 20 years. Miss Second Star, hey girl, we haven't seen you in a while. Miss Second Star says 2 as well. Okay, and then Autumn says 1 for some, 2 for some, depends on their roles. Okay, so you think that there's some nuance to it, that everyone shouldn't just all be 50 years. Some people will have some other situations.
And then Susan said she got to prove it. You just got to prove it. Yeah, it's interesting. It's interesting to see what actually will partake. I'm really interested to see what goes on the next couple of days, the next couple of weeks, as far as what happens with the Daejhanae individual, and then what she actually says, or tries to cooperate based off of. Excuse me. I guess we'll just have to see. We'll have to wait to see what goes on. But they got her a lot quicker than they expected.
Way quicker than I thought they were going to do.
Yeah, they were saying it was going to be at least a few weeks. End up being, a day or so that they got, that they got a hold of her. So we'll have to see what goes on with that. This is why I carry around. Look at my.
Najee does his conceal and carry like faithfully, because you never know what people are on, and you'll be walking around in this world innocent and happy and just living your life, and then some evil human, just decides to try to snuff you out. So.
Or not even you directly, but this is a situation where something can happen. You know what I mean? You could be in a gas station and they try to rob the gas station, and you're a casualty of war. There's a lot of crazy things.
Susan, I did listen to some of Winter's audio. I don't know if Najee did, but we should definitely listen to it together on another video. Maybe we could do it on Friday or something. But I did listen to some of her audio, and her tone was disgusting. So we definitely need to listen to Little Funky Winter.
Yeah, we did. You played some of it for me.
I did. Okay.
Yeah. It was. I do remember her being like kind of snappy and like
rude
nonchalant and like no regard that a person has lost their life. It was just like, it was almost as if like the way that she was responding, from what I remember, was as if she was just like saying that it was almost as if like she had just got beaten up, not lost her life. You know what I mean? Like,
yeah, like okay, so she had done some stupid stuff, so fodder.
She just got beat up, not like she lost her life, but she just got beat up. Like, and so what? That was it.
It was really rude.
Yeah, it's crazy. But yeah. So I think we'll go ahead and
Well, hold on, real quick, babe. Miss Second Star said, "What gets me about this case is that they did it in Mexico, as though they planned to obscure jurisdiction. How are you innocently in the room without having it planned?"
That's a good point.
Yeah. And then Nefertiti says, I haven't heard that one yet about winter. What's IY? I don't know. It already sounds like it's going to piss me off. I think she meant it. That makes better sense to me. Susan said, "Yep, I love the key sound in the background. To be honest, girl, on the run, let me dip out and make a statement, but no respect. Sorry, I don't know what that means." Lucky Lady said, "Not only did they kill Shanquella, but they killed her future children too. They literally stopped people's lives, her family's life. Their lives deserve to stop too for at least 50 years. I added at least, but for 50 years." And Lucky Lady, I agree. Miss Second Star, I certainly agree with that too. The only thing that I will say is this: I just don't feel like they're this sophisticated to think I'm gonna take you out all the way to Mexico to kill you and then get away with it. But I might be dismissing the fact that these are actually well-educated people. They all went to college. They all had something potentially, I guess, kind of going for themselves. It's not like they're idiots. I just don't know. It just doesn't feel like that's the reason why, especially since Shanquilla, basically, from what I've heard, paid for all of them to go to Mexico. She bought the whole Airbnb. They just have to buy their flights, so she paid for the whole, shindig. It sounds like like almost like she invited them. It just doesn't sound like they went there to do that. I think that it ended up happening, and then they tried to cover it up, and this is what's happening.
It's crazy. Yeah. Well, we'll see. We'll have to see. What
You're
actually goes
tired, aren't
on.
you?
I'm really tired, you guys.
Whew,
We
me too.
are. I feel like we're like at the 3 hour mark.
No, yeah, we are.
I think so. Somewhere around there. 2 hours
Yeah,
at
I'm
least
tired.
minimum. 2 hours and 30 minutes. Let's get these likes up to 40, please. At least 40. We're at 39. One more like. Get us up to one more like. 42 would be excellent. We appreciate
Yeah.
you all. We're gonna have to stay connected with the score case, and the next time we're gonna have to we're gonna have to get this panel going, like Susan D mentioned, because we do want to hear you all's opinion to see what's going on, what you all thoughts process aside from just the chat in general. We want to see what you all have to say, so we'll get that rolling for the next time we hop on. I think that'll be pretty interesting and pretty fun and engaging and stuff.
Yes, completely agree.
Yes, yes. All right, babe. Well, I'm gonna let you go ahead and get you some rest. I know I'm gonna get some rest for a long time. Good time.
We're
I
so
have to blame it
tired. Yeah, I'm
on
gonna call you after this live for 5 seconds just to tell you I love you good night, and that's it.
these nightcaps did it to me for sure. Like I was doing so
The
well
wine
until I
for
took
me.
these. I was doing so well until I took these. This sleep, like I feel like I'm about to cry. I would have a great night rest just sitting right here in this chair, the way I feel right now. But that will be it for tonight's live, good people. Until we get some more information, we'll touch bases back on this specific case. Once some new information is released. In the meantime, you all, thank you so much for supporting the channel. Thank you so much for supporting the growth of the channel. Make sure that you are subscribed if you are not subscribed. And if you are subscribed, turn those notifications on so you all can catch the next live. In addition to that, tap that like button if you haven't already as you exit. In addition to that, we are sponsored. This video specifically is sponsored by Built by Plants Supplements, bbpsubs.com. Make sure that you go in and grab you some protein powder, pre-workout, creatine, multivitamins, vitamin C, and coffee, and the nightcaps, which will make you very, very sleepy and give you a great night rest. Got great melatonin in there. I'm barely hanging on. I'm about to get a great night rest. So you all, bbpsubs.com. Grab whatever you need on the website. We appreciate you all for joining us as usual. Thank you so much for supporting the growth of the channel. Thank you so much for tuning in when we go live throughout the week. Thank you so much for tuning in as Reina is
Thank
in
you.
Chicago visiting and having a great time with Mama Chi. Thank you so much for last night for saying all the happy birthdays to Mama Chi. We
Yes, she
appreciate
was
you all
so
support.
happy.
We greatly appreciate you all. Mama Chi is a not just a small business owner, but she helps other small businesses grow their business with the Dates Group. All right, you all, as I mentioned last night, she has a website which is thedatesgroup.com. If you all need any small business needs, if you all need some business funding, if you all need business plans, any of your small business needs to grow your small business, you're getting started with it, incorporation, all those type of things, head over to thedatesgroup.com. All right, and check that out. Lots of services. That's also on Instagram and TikTok. Thank you so much for all of the support, you all. Y'all have a great night, and we're gonna go ahead and wrap up here. Anything you want to say, babe?
Nothing. I was typing in the comments as much as I could, as fast as I could before you hung up, boss. But good night, everyone. Thank you for taking us in our separate ways. But I think it just shows how much we love y'all, because we definitely wanted to make sure we saw you guys. So,
Yes,
good
yes.
night.
All right, people. Peace. Appreciate y'all. Holla.
Bye.